What's going on, everybody? Welcome here to another live stream. We're getting ready for our Crypto Breakfast Club show coming up at 9:30. But wanted to come on here a little bit early today, guys, because I think people are panicking a little bit. People are freaking out. And if you've been in this market long enough, you kind of understand the way this market moves. And, you know, the old me back in 2020, 2021, I'd have been freaking out right now. I'd have been, what the hell's going on? Should I sell it all? Should I just get out now? But after being in the market for a while, you kind of come to grips with the way this market moves. Even in a bull run, guys, we have these pullbacks and they're strategic. And they're strategically aligned to scare you out of your position so the smart money can get in at a better spot. And a lot of people fall for this trap. And this is just my opinion, by the way. Who knows? Not financial advice, but this is what I've learned being in crypto for 4 years. And I think people who've been in here longer will tell you the same about the way this market moves. Even in a bull run, guys, there are moments in time where they want you to get scared, to get scared out of your position, to make it feel like it's the end of the road, right? But to me, this is one big opportunity, one big buying opportunity. And I wanted to kind of dive in a little bit deeper and give you guys some reasons why I think the market is pulling back, which we'll obviously take a look at that. By the way, welcome in everybody on YouTube, on X, smash the like button, subscribe, do all that great stuff. If you're over on X, make sure you guys share it out there as well. Repost it for us. Does help us out dramatically. But that's the thing that I kind of wanted to hit on today is mostly about why we are where we are right now after all the hype and talk was $100,000 Bitcoin, right? So we'll start there because I mentioned this in my first video that was out. I think this was a psychological level, obviously, and we tried to get up there not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. I mean, we tried like hell to get up above 100,000. And as soon as we realized that it was going to be more difficult and the bulls were not stepping in as much, then all of a sudden the smart money starts to take profits. Now, this money could be traders that are going to come right back into the market. It could be long-term Bitcoin buyers and hodlers that just own thousands of Bitcoin that are finally taking their profits a little bit at certain points once they feel like, the bulls have kind of run out of steam for the short term. A lot of different factors here, but the key takeaway, I think number one takeaway here is this is a psychological level. Anytime we have big psychological numbers like this, especially $100,000 per Bitcoin, you're probably going to meet some resistance. You're probably going to meet some pushback. And that's exactly what we got, right? That's exactly what we got. So to me, that was completely normal. To me, that was completely normal that we got that. Let me know if that music's okay or too loud or whatever. I want to hear from you guys on that. Crashing, it is pumping. It is a pumping sign. Wait, what do we got here? That's what I was looking for. They liquidate the future and margin first, then pumping comes. 100%. That is something we saw happen for sure. A lot of people's longs were liquidated at 93,000, 92,000. Well, look what we just knocked out. We just knocked out 93,000 and we just knocked out 92,000. So a lot of people who were trading on margin, trading on leverage, got liquidated. 100%. And I do think some of the exchanges have something to do with it, right? Smart money also, can flush out some of these long positions too. But this is why you got to be careful trading on margin, trading on leverage. I mean, I do it a little bit. I've got the partner, I've got the partner in Margex. I've also got BTCC, which also offers spot. But it's why you got to be very careful with margin trading and take your profits accordingly. Art Man, what's up, bro? Somebody in the chat, let me know if you guys can hear the music, if it's too loud, too soft. Brenda, what's going on? Twin Cities in the house. What's up? Ani's here. What's going on, man? COVID-19 coronavirus is a life control to get information of life communication. What does that have to do with crypto, bro? What goes up must come down. Yeah, especially how fast we went up. We went from what, 69,000 to 99,000. We went up 30 grand. And people are freaking out about what, a 6K pullback? I think it's a buying opportunity. 9-to-1 pullbacks. It's a correction in the sales and trades, yes. Morning, Kamal. How we doing, bro? Yard sale. Don Rayburn's in the house. What's up, bro? Good morning, Zach. OMG, the sky's falling. What should we do? Great buying opportunity. I agree, bro. Can't buy anymore. Remember, bags are packed. It's going there. Don't worry, Zach. Yeah, I agree. I think we're going to get to 100K and beyond. And once we breach that psychological level of 100K, the floodgates open up again, in my opinion. I think a lot of this stuff, man, is kind of programmed by the big money, because people don't realize the whales in this market, which is still relatively small, right? But even the whales in the stock market, they dictate what happens. Everybody else is just, there and along for the ride. But the one thing we've learned about Bitcoin is the best way to invest in Bitcoin is just to buy Bitcoin. You ask anybody, sure, there are people who can successfully trade Bitcoin. I don't trade Bitcoin. I buy Bitcoin and convert my altcoins when I take profits into Bitcoin. It's as simple as that. The altcoin market, the meme coin market, the shitcoin market, whatever you want to call it, to me, it's where you speculate and make money. And some of those will become long-term plays over time. Maybe they already are for you. Maybe Ethereum, Solana, BNB, XRP, Dogecoin. Maybe they're already long-term plays. But for the most part, I utilize the altcoin market to speculate, to trade, to take profits, and to accumulate more Bitcoin, and to accumulate more assets in the form of Bitcoin, stocks, real estate, etc. Cash. Yeah, so we talked about it. 100K is a psychological level. We had a lot of longs that were to get liquidated at 93 and 92,000. So a lot of people would say, hey, we've got to go retest down there. We got to wipe out some of those long positions that are over on margin or that are on leverage, which we have. I wouldn't be surprised if this is where we begin to reverse. Now, I've heard some other people say that we could go down maybe to 88K. Either way, I think, I'm buying. I agree, Mac. Yeah, we went up so fast, right? The night of the election, we were at 69,000. Went all the way up to 99K. We were extremely overbought on the RSI. We were extremely overdue for a correction when we looked at the fear and greed, right? Look how hot we were. We were in the extreme greed zone for how long? Almost 2 weeks, guys. We were in the extreme greed zone for almost 2 weeks, right? Just like here back in March, right? Once you enter that extreme greed zone, you're going to get some type of pullback. Now, I don't think the pullback's going to be as strong as it was back in March, because really back in March, there was no substance behind the pump. It just kind of happened. You know what I mean? Now we've got a reason why the market's pumping, with Trump coming in with a pro-crypto, not only candidate, but pro-crypto Senate. And mostly all of the major players coming in now want to see crypto flourish. Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. I mean, there's just so many things, right, to get excited about as we roll into 2025. Not to mention there's still people shorting crypto. Yeah, for sure, Dustin. EMAC became a member. What's up, bro? I'm not sweating it. Just a pullback. So great time to buy. Yeah, I agree. Bought 1,000 more XRP this morning. There you go. Yeah. We got to see some dance moves, buddy. We jamming, music levels good, nice. I'm bumping to the music. Let's go. What's up, Leo? How you doing, bro? What's up? What's up? Brian's in the house. Good morning, bro. Super Sale Tuesday. Come on down and join in the music. Yeah, 67 and 99K. This is supposed to happen. I agree. You got to get some type of pullback, man. Let's see what they're saying in the news this morning. Yeah, see, Bitcoin price slips to 93K. This was 7 hours ago. We obviously have went lower than that as liquidations soar and long-term Bitcoin holders take profit. This is coming in from Cointelegraph. So this is exactly what I think it is. I think you got a psychological level at 100K. We ran out of steam for the short term. You got liquidations happening on long positions, and you got long-term Bitcoin holders just taking progress because of all this happening. It's a myriad of reasons, but it's short term, it's short-lived, it's not the end of the road. This is my opinion. Watching from the Philippines, nice. Where's everybody else coming in from? Where's everybody else coming in from? I like hearing where people are from, man. We got the Breakfast Club today, guys. Going to be epic. I've also got some things to talk about. I recently partnered up with Crypto.com, which I'm pumped about that. And I've also got another offer for crypto taxes. You guys know that I use a service for my crypto taxes. There is going to be a link. I'm just going to put it down here right now. There's a link down below in the description. If you guys are interested in checking out how I get all my DeFi taxes done, there's a company out there called BC Management. And they do all my DeFi taxes. So I recently partnered up with them to offer those services for everybody who wants them. So there's a link down below. Just put that down there. I'll drop that link in chat too. Actually, it's in the description. Just updated it. We got people coming in from everywhere. Florida, Sacramento, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, Charlotte, Houston, the Berg. My man Bob coming in from the Berg. Pittsburgh, Oregon, Alaska, New Jersey, Nolens. So yeah, this is just it, guys. Bitcoin's quest for 100K hit a wall. Sellers took control, pushed the price back down to 93. They're wiping out longs. Margin traders are sitting in long positions, saw heavy losses. That is a cascade effect for more liquidations. That's exactly what's happening. It's short term though, guys. Proof of liquidations driven sell-off can be seen in the chart below, depicting volume by side data for major centralized exchanges and showing heavy selling at exchanges offering perpetual futures trading. So short term here, people are getting wrecked. This is why you don't go all in on margin and leverage trading. You can dabble, but you've got to be really good at it. And even then, it's tough. But with Bitcoin, I don't margin trade, leverage trade Bitcoin. I just buy Bitcoin. Simple. The only crypto that I really trade on margin and leverage for me is XRP. Just because it's so predictable and it's less volatile. That's the one I've had success with. Now others will, dabble in other areas. But I will say one thing. This could be an interesting spot to go long back on Bitcoin now that everybody got wrecked. You guys know that, I've partnered up with a bunch of exchanges. There's links down below if you want to trade with me on Margex. I've got Spot too, which is just, straight up, no leverage. But I've got Spot with one of the longest withstanding exchanges ever. It's called BTCC. Recently partnered up with them. They've been around for 14 years. You get a 10% sign-on bonus. So there's links down below to all these exchanges. And again, there's that tax link down below too. If you want to get your crypto taxes done the right way this year in 2024, there is a link down below to check out the company that I use. And recently not only partnered up with them, but have become a part owner in the company. So super excited about that. That's what it's all about, guys. Multiple sources of income. We talk about that all the time. Produce multiple sources of income. And that's what buying Bitcoin allows you to do. That's the financial freedom thing that we talk about all the time, right? Super pumped for the Breakfast Club today, too. All right, let's see what else is popping here. Phantom and Say up a little bit. BitTenzer Tau making a move. Phantom's actually up quite a bit. Up 12% going against the grain here. Bitcoin at 92,000 still hovering. What took the biggest hit? Sandbox. That was a weird pump from Sandbox to Centraline. I have no idea even why that happened, to be honest. I saw that Art Caffeine. I'm not 100% sure, bro. I will say this. It would make some sense. A massive US-based company. You know what I mean? I mean, it would make some sense. Garlinghouse is going on 60 Minutes Sunday, which will be interesting. But if Garlinghouse is the crypto czar that Donald Trump is talking about, that is extremely bullish for XRP. See, Expo, I mean, nobody really knows. I wouldn't wait. I would just DCA. I would just DCA my way in. So this is just my opinion, not financial advice. But if I, hypothetically, if I had $500 that I wanted to get back into the market with, waiting to add all my positions, I would just slowly start adding to those positions. And if it goes down a little bit, continue to add. If it goes up a little bit, continue to add. But don't try to time it perfectly because nobody gets it right, man. I mean, you might get lucky here and there, but let's go, bro. Love hearing that. OG coins took off from old money coming back. I agree. Want to add 10K. Yeah, bro. I personally, if I were in that situation, I would just start DCAing. That's what I've already started to do. I bought a little bit more Pepe. I bought a little bit more SHIB. Bought a little bit more Doge when it dipped down to 36 cents there last night. Where is it right now? 37 right now. But yeah, it was. I think it dipped down to 36. That's where I got it early this morning. Yeah, like you were not going to time it perfectly. Nobody is. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to time it perfectly. All right, guys, it is time for the Crypto Breakfast Club. So I'm going to stop the music. And you know what? I'm going to play the music while we enter. Yo, what's going on, everybody? We are back. Another episode of the Crypto Breakfast Club. We're back live on YouTube and X, and everybody's freaking out, right? Everybody's running for the hills. We got a little bit of a correction, a little bit of a market pullback. We're actually bouncing up here in the last hour or so, but we're going to dive into it. I talked a little bit about it this morning. You know, here's what I think. A couple reasons why we're seeing the market pull back. You know, $100,000. We were trying to get above it. We tried, we tested it. We tried, we tested it. It's a big psychological number. Obviously, we broke loose, and we're just setting an all-time high after all-time high after all-time high. And anytime the market gets that greedy, it's probably smart to be a little fearful. And we got the pullback. And once we got the pullback, then what happens is it's kind of a cascade effect, right? Just the way we FOMO on the way up, we FOMO on the way down. Same thing happened here. And you had a bunch of long positions that were to get liquidated right around like 93 and 92,000. These are people trading on margin, trading on leverage, which is risky business. People do very well, but if you don't know what you're doing, you can get wrecked really fast. And these exchanges, not all of them, but some of them, are very sneaky in how they make sure that those long positions get liquidated. Meaning, these are people who have positions that are betting Bitcoin's going to go up that won't get liquidated until Bitcoin goes below 93 or goes below 92. Well, we went below both of those, and there were a lot of long positions at those levels. So it could be a little market manipulation, 100%. So I think you got the 100K psychological level. We tested it. We got up there. We got close. We got denied. Smart money started taking profits. People who've been in Bitcoin since 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, who've got hundreds and thousands of Bitcoin, they start taking profits. Then the exchanges see that the longs can get liquidated, and it creates this cascade effect. It creates this 5, 6, 7% downturn. But we're already bouncing up off of, a little bit below 92K. I wouldn't be surprised if this is our, kind of emergence back up. Could we go down to 88K? Some people are saying that. Who knows? If we do, I'm going to be a buyer. I mean, I don't trade Bitcoin, guys. I've said this many times before. I do not trade Bitcoin. I don't try to trade Bitcoin at all. To me, it's the asset that I want to accumulate and buy and convert to, after I'm done speculating on the altcoin market and making money on altcoins. So that's kind of where I'm at. And where we're at right now, I think, in the overall market And of course, altcoins are going to feel it. They're going to get hit. But to me, this is one big opportunity to accumulate before I think the blow off tops in 2025. And I think a lot of new folks coming in, especially if they just came into the market, I just know how that feeling is, man. You feel like every pullback, 5, 6, 7%, it's like, oh shit, is this the end of the road, right? Is this it? Like, oh shit. And then people panic sell. And you know what? You know what happens? The smart money comes in and they take your spot. They say, thank you very much. And they take your Bitcoin or they take your whatever, Doge, XRP, and they get in position. And a lot of these people who are liquidating and selling at 99, 98, 97, they're coming right back in the market, but it's after the retail FOMOs their way out and prices sink down to wherever we're going to bottom out here, 91, 90K. But the majority of people, and this is what people need to realize, 99% of people who try to trade get wrecked. It's just the facts. Most people suck at trading. And there are a select few that are very, very savvy, and they are the ones who really dictate and control a lot of times where the market goes. Because as big as crypto is as a whole, 3.16 trillion right now, it's really not that big in the grand scheme of things. And the whales still very much control where we go, right? But hey, one thing to note, at $97,000 Bitcoin, Michael Saylor bought $52 billion worth yesterday at 97K. I mean, so again, you take all that stuff that I just said and you zoom out here. I mean, does it really matter? You know, because people are chiming in everywhere now. Like on my live stream already this morning, we were live for about 25 minutes already, right before we came on. Zach, should I wait? Is it going to go lower? I mean, nobody knows, but why are you trying to time it perfectly? Just DCA your way in. Just dollar cost average your way back in. You know, I had some people say, Zach, I've got 5K, I've got 10K on the sideline. What should I start? Start getting in and just start slowly but surely getting in it. If it goes down a little bit more, great. If it goes up a little bit, who cares? Just DCA your way back into the game on these dips and just trust the process. That, of course, is if you're playing the long game. Now, if you're trying to trade, now you need to be a little bit more strategic. You got to get a little lucky. You know what I mean? So these are all different factors. But guys, welcome in. We've got almost 900 people with us live on YouTube and X. Amazing showing there. Fire up this room, guys. We have no comments yet on the space. That's why there's only 37 people in here. We got to change that. We got to fire it up. Share it out there with everybody. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Paid, what's going on, man?
Yo, real quick, on my end, I see the option to add comments. I don't have that pill on my screen. So I think that might be why no one's commenting. I mean, that's what's on my end. I don't know, Zach.
I wonder why. That's weird. Must be a glitch on...
Yeah, sometimes it does that. Sometimes it'll be like the pill is down there and then there's like other options. And today I just got the plus sign, which is just to share. So just a heads up.
Okay. I was wondering why, because usually we get at least a bunch of meme coin people, you know, dropping their favorite coin right out of the get-go. But, okay, cool. Well, no matter what, share the room, guys. Get it fired up. We'll get people in here. Paid, what's going on, bro? What's
Bro, I was listening. First of all, don't forget to send the co-host thing out so we can fucking have more people to the stage. And guys, make sure you're coming to the stage to come hang out and, you know, do all that stuff. Zach, you know, if you hold on, let me say this before I accept the co-host. I was jamming to the music this morning. Your taste in music is elevating. I like it. Good job.
Well, I like that too. I got to go back on and find some similar things. That one's called Bonsai. Yeah, it's dope. I like that a lot. I got it off Epidemic Sounds, so I got to find some other ones like that. Just real chill vibe.
Well, you know what you could do. I'm talking about that. Fuck it. We don't talk right now. But listen, Zach, I appreciate you tagging me in that Morocco news. Guys, a heads up. 2 weeks ago, I was talking to my best friend on the phone about crypto. He's not a really big crypto guy because he got fucked with the whole Voyager thing last cycle. But, you know, he still keeps up on the news and he's a lawyer. So, like, anytime I have, you know, legal questions when it comes to, like, money or business. So me and him always talk. We'll talk for hours about like whatever, Like you all got friends, so you all talk. You know what it's like, right? So we do this bullshit. So 2 weeks ago, I'm thinking about Morocco, and trust me, I'll tie this back to crypto. But I was thinking about Morocco. I was like, dude, how can we? What catalysts are coming up in the future where we could open a business? And I'm looking around, and one of them is in 2030, the World Cup is coming to Morocco. So it's a huge deal. So I'm talking to my friend. I'm like, yo, let's get a few apartments. Let's do this. Let's open some like the football jersey stores or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, that sounds like a good idea. That's something we can work on, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, you know what else we should do? We should do something for crypto. And I was like, right now in Morocco, crypto is illegal. Like it's illegal. You can't do anything. I was like, imagine we start a tech company or a mining company or something right now, and then when it gets legalized, we're already ahead of the game and we can start doing stuff. Zach Humphries this morning just tagged me in a post stating that Morocco is now legalizing and making legal clarity for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. That is fucking insane because my buddy doesn't use X. But I will bring him in here when I say, literally 2 weeks ago, I was like, we need to do something. So when this shit gets legalized, we're ready to go. And I personally did not expect it to get legalized this quickly. I really didn't. I thought maybe in the middle of next year, give me a little runway to get some stuff together. So now it's not 100% legalized yet, but it's a step in the right fucking direction. It's a step in the right direction. And I'm super excited for the Moroccan people. I'm not Moroccan, I live here. But I'm super excited that they now have that opportunity and they can publicly do stuff, legally. But guys, for me, when it comes to businesses, emerging markets is where you're going to make more money. You can start a business in the United States and do very well. But if you start these companies in these countries or areas where they don't have the infrastructure yet to do certain things, that's where you can have your foot in the door before anyone else. And like I said, 2 weeks ago, I had this conversation. Morocco just legalized it, or at least they're getting the framework together. I'm super excited. So now I'm going back to the drawing board to see what we can do. And maybe an exchange. Morocco doesn't have an exchange. I don't know if anyone in here knows how to fucking code some exchange shit. But, working with the Moroccan government probably isn't that hard because they need people who, are well-versed in crypto and stuff. So just ideas thrown out there. But, Zach, thanks for tagging me. I'm super excited. Other than that, people are super nervous about the fucking Bitcoin going down. I'm confused, bro. I'm really... Brother, listen, I'm confused. I remember when Bitcoin and crypto in general dropped 30, 35, 40%. And that was we called that a Sunday. Everyone over here complained, oh, God, it went from 99 to 92. I'm like, bro, that's what I thought that was a Sunday. Last cycle, that was a fucking Sunday. Excuse my French, Zach, because I know everyone in your live stream is like, yeah, I'm potty now. Whatever, dude. That was a fucking Sunday last cycle. It's not even 10%, 12%, whatever. It's not even that, guys. Chill out. Buy. If you're going to get Bitcoin, you want more Bitcoin, this is your opportunity. And this is what I tell people in the dips. Hey, this is not the biggest dip ever, and it probably won't be the biggest dip this cycle. You'll probably get at least Zach, you tell me, 2 to 3, 25, 30% corrections at least before the top happens? At least, right? I don't know, at least. But everyone's fucking crying and complaining, and I'm like, I thought something major happened. I thought we hit the 60s, because I was like, oh shit, something's going down. I went up 92. I almost fucking threw up. But that's all I really got. Guys, keep an eye out on Morocco. There's a lot of big things happening in this country. And from a tech perspective, they are one of the more technologically advanced countries in Africa. Currently, not the top, but they're getting up there. And, with this news about crypto getting legalized here and the World Cup coming in 2030, maybe we open up a little, football jersey store that accepts crypto. I don't know. My fucking gears are, they're starting to spin. But, Zach, maybe we need to talk in the background because I think there's some opportunity here that we really need to talk about. Maybe I open the Crypto Breakfast Club Cafe in Morocco, in Tangier, and in Casablanca. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to get off the stuff on there all day. Thanks. Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well.
I could see the Crypto Breakfast Club sandwich, like a club sandwich that you would get at a sandwich shop. Let me get the CBC. Let me get the Crypto Breakfast Club.
Zach, open. Listen, I was talking again. I was talking about the same best friend. I was talking about buying property in Morocco because this is where I want to live, right? And you can get a fucking restaurant storefront, like outright owned, not rent, outright owned for about $25,000 to $30,000. So I'm not even joking when I say we seriously could open a crypto breakfast club, fucking cafe, coffee cafe, whatever, sandwiches, shit. People can come talk about crypto. They can listen to the live stream, come hang out. Like, just keep that in the back of your head because, you know, this gets legalized, let's say, in another month or so. Maybe we talk about it in the back channels. That's all I got. Zach, what's going on?
Are you talking to me or the other Zach?
I was talking to both y'all. You're both.
Yeah.
Zach,
the market's retracing on one word. Ready? Thanksgiving. Holidays, it tends to pull back a little bit. You know, Christmas, I'll see it. We'll probably see a pullback again. You know, people are liquidating some assets, taking some profits, buying their kids, you know, Christmas gifts, that kind of stuff. So this is typical, but so I always going to keep money on the side. I'll never buy into the FOMO. Like when market's pumping, just hold off. It's going to retrace. It's going to have a pullback. People are traveling. I'm traveling Thursday, going to Shelby's parents' house in New Hampshire. So, you know, people are not going to trade. There will be traders, but the big dogs, they are going to be spending time with their family. So expect pullbacks. It's typical. Nothing big, but 92K Bitcoin, that's still fucking bullish. And we got 4 years of Trump. Trump's not even in office. I said that. You got to look at the overall thing. And then I think once Gensler is out the door, we'll definitely see a pump, probably retracement after that. But that is some of the bullish news ever. So this is really just an opportunity to get into better positions, plain and simple. So you got to keep liquid on the side, you know, and look for those good projects. There's some great projects out there building that are doing well. There's some that will cheat you and all kinds of stuff. But I saw the pump fund. That's nice that they got rid of the live streaming off of that. I think that will help, people doing crazy things. It won't be promoted out there. So, you know, everyone's taking notice. You know, everyone's being listened to in this space. So just pay attention, find the good projects, hold your conviction plays like Zach says. And also the comment section's working in this. Please retweet the space. Come up to speak, man. This is open to everyone. We want all your opinions. I'll probably rug out in a little bit as I'm driving at bad reception. And also go check out the best fucking indicator on the market, XT Algo. Use code Subway and get some kind of percentage off. I forgot what it was, but it's that's more than you're going to pay.
21% off. 21% off.
21% off. I want everyone to use it and then go get into some plays and let the indicator do its job while you're sipping your coffee and your sweatpants playing DJ plays. Why work harder when you can work smarter? Use that indicator. Thank you.
Yeah, get that indicator, and then be like Zach from Subway and not change your pants for like 4 days or whatever it was, so you can fucking be in the DJ trenches. That's what he said, not me. But Zach, to your point about the holidays, like today, because I'm flying to, oh my fucking speaker went off. I'm flying to Portugal on Thursday, and there's a few plays that are just like kind of sideways, and I'm like, they're probably not going to fucking go anywhere over the next couple of weeks, maybe a month. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a few profits out of this and just have a better Thanksgiving, you know, instead of just looking at that sit, you know, in some of these like, you know, small like micro caps and low cap gems or whatever that are just going to be sideways for a little bit. Since the holidays, you know what? I'll get an extra side of fucking, you know, mashed potatoes or something, you know, something good.
Yeah, bro. I too went ahead and took some profits on the pullback when it started like a day and a half ago, and honestly just took some profits off the top of some altcoins that I was really way up in, and just bought the Bitcoin dip with it. Just converted it right to Bitcoin. So it's already a win, and then put it into a less risky asset, which is going to be another win. You know, it's just that's really what I was looking at. I mean, I love SUI. I still have a major position, but I was up so much on SUI. I went ahead and took some profits on that. I'm muting your mic, Mo. I'm going to come right to you, bro. But I know you're typing away over there. By the way, Bitcoin back to 93.3. Zach, to your point, that's a really good point with holiday season, because people want to check out, right? People want to check out. And they want to go hang out with their family, and they're like, you know what? I don't want this looming over my head here. I'm up a little bit of money. Let me put it into a stable coin. Let me go eat some Thanksgiving dinner and come back after Thanksgiving, see where we're at. I think that's a really good point. So you couple that with the psychological level of 100K, right? I do think there's something there. And then you couple that with once the cascade effect down happens, it's a FOMO out type of event. Then you get longs that get liquidated at 93 and 92K. People, get wrecked who are trading on leverage. It's part of the process. And guys, these 10% pullbacks, it's going to happen again within this bull run, to Page's point. It's going to happen multiple times. And it's going to test your patience every single time. And eventually we will enter a bear market, right? But I think if we're looking at this as we looked at past cycles, which in my opinion, you can't look at this any differently from a cyclical standpoint, from like how the cycles move, until the cycles are broken, right? I mean, and I know this time could be different with ETFs. I know this time could be different with the institutional demand coming in. But until like that 4-year cycle is really broken, why would you bet against it? To me, it's too much of a risk to bet against it. So I think 2025 is going to be the 2021. Like 2025 should be where we see the most gains. And this is kind of the first leg up on the bull run. And by the way, I could be wrong here, guys, but if I'm a betting man, I'm going to bet that way. You know what I mean? It's like, why would you bet against Tom Brady when he never loses? Yeah, eventually he's going to lose, but you just don't bet against Tom Brady. You know what I mean? It's the same thing here. It's the same shit. Right? So if I'm a betting man, I'm betting that 2025 is going to be the 2021 that we saw, the blow off top, right? So yeah, there's going to be pullbacks. There's going to be fake outs. There's going to be flush outs. There's going to be moments where, they want to scare you out of your positions. And by the way, guys, when we think about, where Bitcoin is, it's the seventh largest asset in the world. Just past Saudi Aramco, just past silver. It's passed up Facebook. It's passed up Tesla. And you look at what Michael Saylor is doing right now. There are going to be other companies, big companies, that are going to make Bitcoin a strategic reserve, not just the U.S. government. And when this freaking news drops, I mean, let me just say this. Apple is a $3.4 trillion market cap. That's bigger than the entire crypto market. Okay? They sit on barrels and barrels and barrels of cash. Now, Microsoft, who's right there at number 4, largest company in the world, they take a little bit of different approach. They don't sit on as much cash, but they still have a shit ton. But they buy up other companies. Apple doesn't do that. They just sit on cash and do whatever the hell they want. They don't go buy somebody else's tech. They just build it. And it's shocking to me that one of these big players, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, haven't made Bitcoin a strategic reserve yet. But it's also bullish as hell because I think it's eventually going to happen. Think about this. Bitcoin's rising up the ranks. It's gonna overtake you whether you like it or not. Like it's already overtaken Tesla, Facebook, Silver, Saudi Aramco. It's coming for Google. It's right on the heels of Google and Amazon right now. So wouldn't it be a smart move for Google, Amazon, Microsoft, or Apple to start buying the shit out of Bitcoin to stay above its competitors? I mean, this is the shit we don't really even think about on the macro scale. And the amount of governments that are going to probably replicate and duplicate what El Salvador has done. And I know it sounds, so freaking cliche where it's like we're still so early, but when you put it in that context, like I think we are. I really think we are. And so, yeah, there's a lot to be excited for and a lot to be excited about. I want to hear from Mar, and then Crypto Moses is up here. Your corp's up here. Mar, what's going on, bro?
Hey, Zach. Good morning. Good morning. Zach, Spade, Autumn 23 down there. Sahi, Crypto Postman. I'll take that back. I heard Crystal.
Hey, yo, Mar. Don't start, bro. Don't fucking start.
I don't know. Tell him not to start. I heard he wants something, but okay. Good morning, Crypto Postman. Kova, I don't know if he's on there. But yeah, man, everything good. You know what, Zach? I got something for you, man. This is actually a project that I've been looking at. I wish I would have gotten it in earlier. I mean Zach Humphries, not Zach from Zoe, UG. So, man, take a look at this product, and they're kind of getting connected with I think they're connected a little bit with Grant Cardone, because if you heard, Grant Cardone finally now he's getting into Bitcoin because he's going to use it for properties. Grant Cardone is Gary Cardone's brother, by the way, the Maxi clown. But check out this, and this is your type of projects over $100 million market cap. Is Propy, PROPY. It's a real estate blockchain, and they got the not blockchain project, and they're already selling properties, and it's actually doing pretty good. I think their peak was $300 million market cap. I think they're like a $90 or $80 million market cap. No, 120 million market cap right now. They recently pumped. Again, I'm doing my research on it, so it looks. I know you like those projects over $100 million market cap. So it looks pretty cool. So yeah, Propy, PROPY. Another thing is, look how crazy crypto is. Do you know that there was a project in the last mini bull run that we had, that the altcoins actually performed really good, which was between January and March of this year. You know that there was a coin that did a 9x. Now, you'll probably say, 9x, I want to do 100, 1,000x, whatever. 9x with liquidity, meaning that you could have gone in with $100,000 and come out with $1 million with no problem. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. Maybe the liquidity wasn't that great, but it's great liquidity. But check this out, babe. You probably don't even know this. Zach probably doesn't even know this. I was shocked because I heard it on a space, and I went back. I'm like, no fucking shit. This is how stupid crypto could be sometimes. Celsius, back in February and March, did a 9x. Celsius, who the fuck will invest on Celsius? We all heard about Celsius, what they did, how much Bitcoin they stole, and it was where you stake your coins, you put it in there, you make, or USDT, and you make more, income back, more than the banks, more percentage more than the bank. And we all know that guy's going to jail probably for I think they're going to give him 10 years. Celsius did a 9x during that mini off season, or that good off season we had. Imagine if you guys are holding our great project out there, and that's why, of course, just don't hold one. If you're holding a great project out there, what is capable of doing, not doing a mini off season like we had back in March, like a full-blown bull market off season. I mean, you're gonna be rich. You're gonna make a lot of fucking money. Celsius did a 9x, and it's mind blowing to me, guys, how this thing performed better than blue chip fucking $1 billion market cap stock in the stock market. And this thing, it's in court right now. It was and the whole thing was a scam from the beginning, and it still did a 9x. Look at the chart. You guys will be like, what the fuck? It's crazy, man. And also, what's that other coin, I think? Luna, whatever it is, did a few X's. Even after all the crazy crash and all that. That's how stupid crypto is. But if we're smart and we had a good entry, we will make a lot of money. But yeah, man, another thing is, I got into a meme coin at around $4.5 million market cap a few days ago. I don't like, to call out meme coins too much. But, again, no financial advice. Check it out. It's like around 14 million now. The top was 20 million. I'm already at basically house money. But man, I love the character. Check it out. It's called Terry in the Trenches. TERRY. It's a turtle. It's an army turtle, a soldier turtle. It's pretty cool, man. It's something unique, and it's called Terry in the Trenches. Again, I only went in with like $100. I'm not a big mean guy, but I really like the character, and it looks pretty cool. They called it on my alpha group. But yeah, man, and one last thing, there was somebody the other day asking, man, why are meme coins so fucking hot? Why are meme coins why are they what they are today? Why are they so popular? And there's an easy explanation why they are. If you find a legit team, a really good team, for instance, look, I'm gonna make a perfect example. We got Zach from Subway running a little meme coin right now called Kova. And I think he's working together with if I'm not mistaken, with Paid or someone else. These guys are not going to dump on you. They're not going to fucking, they'll take their profit, they'll take their money, but they're not going to dump on you. And this is just to, as an example. If you find a meme coin out there that has a legit team, and you know at least 99% of these guys are not going to rug the shit out of or just bleed out the project slowly, And they do crazy, they do good marketing, they push it, they fight hard. It's going to get up there. It's going to do something. You're going to make crazy profit. That is why meme coins are so popular. Why am I saying this? Because the problem with utility coins is not that the team, and don't hate me out there, you know me, I say the fucking truth, I don't give a fuck, is that the utility coins, the team is selling your ass because they need that money to keep building whatever fucking utility is that they're building. And sometimes they abuse so much, then they end up wrecking the fucking chart. They end up wrecking the project because they're not getting paid. So they need the money to pay the devs. So they need to get the money out of the fucking charts. They're not going to get it from their 9-to-5 job or 9-to-9 job, And that is why many utility tokens struggle, because they fucking destroy the project in the chart. And that's why you see so many utility coins that are still survive the bear market, but the chart looks like shit because they had to get money from the charts to support and build the project, And that is why meme coins are popular. They don't really need to sell, or maybe a few dollars to get listed one time, maybe to get into coin market cap. But really, all that utility coins need too. That's why they get destroyed and abused. And that's why meme coins, in my opinion, one of the reasons they're so popular is the team doesn't really need to dump that hard. They don't need to sell for utility. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, man, other than that, and just one last thing, man, I want to say, I think I've never said this. All my high risk plays, not my blue chips, like my coins that are like $1 million market cap or $10 million market cap, all those coins are registered as a company in the US. That's all my high risk plays are registered. It doesn't mean that they won't fucking probably rug one day or screw me over. But yeah, man, all my plays they have a company, they have an LLC, and they're registered in the United States.
Omar, on that point, this is Zach on the XP Algo account. On that point, I'm glad you brought that right there, because I was gonna. You mentioned something else that made me think of this. I was gonna bring this up, and I want to hear from the panel on this. Is the fact that Trump had talked about maybe having no taxes on U.S.-based crypto companies. And I wonder on that news, we saw Cardano pump, we saw XRP pump, and I wonder now if we're going to start to see a rotation of smart money and capital flow into these U.S.-based companies in hopes that he actually does that. Because that's a game changer. If that goes through, if that's a real thing, I want my most, high conviction plays. I want to have most of my money in these type of plays.
Yeah, if he does it for just long term, it's still awesome as fuck. If he does it long, because I've been holding a lot of my cryptos for over a year, But if he does it for also short term, like trading, that is what I said this before. That is what's going to bring liquidity into this market, because traders bring their liquidity. They're going to bring their money into crypto, And that is going to be massive, bro. If he does it for trading, you imagine all of, like I said, XRP does liquidity, strong liquidity. It's a U.S. coin. They're going to come and trade the hell out of it. It's going to have insane freaking volume, And I'm telling you, and I call this, look, I know Bitcoin is Bitcoin, but if Bitcoin doesn't get registered as a U.S. coin, which it probably will, they'll find a way, But if it's not registered, and let's say that Bitcoin doesn't have that has tax, and XRP doesn't have any tax trading, or holding even long term, but trading, I'm not saying XRP is going to flip Bitcoin, of course, but it has a chance to probably flip Ethereum if Ethereum doesn't have that tax break. Because, bro, I'm telling you, the money that will come into XRP, and this is because, you guys are saying, oh, but there's many coins registered in the U.S. Yeah, but traders want to see volume. They want to see liquidity. So when they do their trade, they get their money. They don't get that crazy-ass price impact, I think XRP is just going to be a monster of a coin being traded,
100%, bro. And speaking of that, bro, I was on the Gary and Grant space last night. I was trying to get up to speak, and they would not let me up there, bro. I don't know why, but they were going back and forth. There was a ton of Bitcoin maxis up there, and they had this one guy who liked XRP, and they were just attacking the hell out of him. And I was going to come in there and just be like, basically, you guys are all emotional and you're coming at it all wrong. And basically just lay out kind of what I always talk about is like how I look at altcoins and how I look at Bitcoin. They wouldn't let me up. I mean, they probably saw my page and they're like, he's not a Bitcoin maxi or whatever. But yeah, man, I kind of know what you mean now. It's turned into, it's turned into what you call like groupthink, right? Where it's like there's no new information. It's just let's just talk about one thing. And if you don't talk about that one thing, you can't have a seat at the table. And it's just such a narrow mindset, especially from people who are smart. It just baffles my mind. I can't fathom it. I mean, I'm
going to tell you, look, and I'm going to tell you the truth, man. I don't know too much. I'm not like I don't even try to learn all these fucking different numbers. These guys were talking about MicroStrategy and all these. I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. I know I was in there for like just a few minutes and I left. I heard the conversation about MicroStrategy, but my friend told me it could be a bubble. MicroStrategy stock could be a bubble, But again, I don't understand too much about it. But yeah, man, these guys get into these crazy ass numbers, and at the end, for me, it's just trying to confuse the regular investor, trying to show them, oh, we're the geniuses here. We know so much about this, and that. When all you got to do is put your fucking money there and hold, man. Just put your money there and hold and let it go up, That's it. And then when you do that,
yeah, bro. To me, it's like you want to invest in Bitcoin or you want to invest in Bitcoin Lite. You know what I mean? Like Bitcoin Lite is MicroStrategy. And yeah, it might perform well here and there, but it's like, why not just invest in the underlying asset?
Yeah,
to me, it's just,
he's arbitraging, bro. They probably thought, I don't know if they spoke about that. Michael Saylor's doing some arbitrage shit. I got friends that. Yeah, he found a thing one time. I heard from who the hell told me he found a glitch. He found a glitch.
A loophole, bro. It's
loophole, right?
Loophole. Yeah. 100%. And these other companies, bro, they're going to follow suit. Other companies are going to do this. You're crazy not to. And you don't have to do it to the beat of $52 billion buys at 97K. But you know what I mean? Like these other companies, they're going to see this and duplicate it. Like that's why I mentioned a company like Apple. I mean, they're crazy for not making some of the cash they sit on, put it into a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Why not? You're just sitting on cash. I mean, Microsoft. I mean, all these big guns, NVIDIA. They're all looking at that, man, and they're taking notes. And again, it's a legal loophole. Why aren't other companies doing it? I mean, I can't believe it hasn't happened yet, to be honest. But it's coming. But again, it's like, yeah, I invest in Apple. Yeah, I invest in Amazon. But like, I'm not going to invest in Apple to get exposure to Bitcoin. I'm just going to invest in Bitcoin.
And let me tell you, Zach, because I don't want to go too deep into the rubber. these guys, they bury the dollar. They bury them, and they talk about the dollar like it's garbage, like it's worthless. And that's why I'm like, what are these people doing? What are they doing? The road into Bitcoin that got you there was the dollar. For the U.S. holding the and let me say something also. Maybe I'm fucking dumb as a sack of rocks by saying this, but the dollar's stable. You know, the dollar's there, and they just print more, right? But everything just the whole psychology is prices go up, so there's got to be more dollars printed. And they said that no, there's only 21 million Bitcoins, which of course there is. It's like 16 or 15 because a lot of people lost, and all those wallets are dead or haven't moved. But Bitcoin price goes up, so it's almost like fucking printing money. It's not a stable asset. So what the fuck are they talking about? Oh, there's only 21 million Bitcoins.
Here's where I think the one of the big differences lies, bro. And this is, and I could be wrong here too. Like, I don't want to speak like I got it all figured out. This is just my point of view. I've always looked at Bitcoin as digital gold, as a store of value, as a hedge against inflation. It's the new gold. Gold's the number one underlying asset in the world, whatever, $18 trillion market cap. I think gold is going to get overtaken by Bitcoin for this reason. These people, though, who think and just shit on all things fiat, they are under the belief that not only is Bitcoin good for, a hedge against inflation and a store of value, but it's also good to be transactional. I don't think I don't agree with that. I don't want to sell my Bitcoin. Why would I want to sell an asset that goes up in value? I want to use my fiat, which goes down in value. I want to spend my dollars. I don't want to spend my Bitcoin. Why would I want to spend my Bitcoin? Like, to me, that's where I think the big difference is. And I don't think fiat's going anywhere. I think fiat and really, when we talk about cryptos, it's stable coins. Like, that's really where we're going. We're going toward a digital dollar, whatever that looks like. I mean, that's what I want to spend. But these people think like, we're going to get to this point, and maybe I'm wrong, where you're going to walk into a store and just, you're going to buy a pack of gum with your Bitcoin. I want to buy a pack of gum with my loose change, not my fucking Bitcoin. Right? And so, like, this is where I think there's a big gap. And so a lot of the Bitcoin maxis literally think the only thing that needs to be there is Bitcoin, and it can be used for everything, microtransactions, big transactions, doesn't matter. It could be your savings. But to me, and it could be, we could get there. But to me, that's not how I see Bitcoin. I want to spend my fiat. I don't want to spend my Bitcoin. So these people at the Bitcoin event, I've been to the last 3 of them. They're so happy to go buy their cup of coffee with Bitcoin and say, "Oh, look how cool this is! See, the Lightning Network works." No, that's dumb. I'm going to use my freaking loose dollars that are, crumbled up, that have been God knows where. You know what I mean? I don't want to spend my shit that goes up the last 12 years. Why would I want to spend that? That's my opinion. And that's what I would say if I got up on that damn stage, but they don't want to hear that. You know what I mean?
Man, that space was fucking awesome back in the days. Not back in the, I want to say like maybe 3-4 months ago. His spaces were awesome. Motasco will tell you, like, man, he will get in, we'll talk about Bitcoin. He will get into the market here and then. The guy was exploring, and he wanted to find out about other assets, and it was pretty cool, It was an awesome space, and I would go up there and talk. Lately, I went up there and talked about Dogecoin with him, But lately, especially after they got connected with Michael Saylor, and I think they invested on it just went like, they're laughing, dude. And this guy, man, I feel bad about a guy there that goes and he explains everything about XRP. And I didn't know Bitcoin. Look, okay, Bitcoin is better. But just because something is better doesn't mean the other ones are not good or great. And that's how they put it, man. They put it like, hey, it's only Bitcoin. The rest is just garbage, Garbage. Not good, not, just garbage. And yeah.
There's going to be other things that exist, man, and that's my thing. And like we're in that phase of speculating, right? Like nobody knows. Maybe it's Ethereum. It looks like Ethereum's here to stay. It looks like XRP and BNB and Solana are here to stay. Nobody knows for sure, but I mean, I go back to Raoul Paul, man. He's one of my favorite people to listen to when it comes to macro, when it comes to crypto, because he has the exact opposite approach. His largest holding is in Bitcoin, and this is how I see it. His largest holding is in Bitcoin. That's the backbone in his portfolio. But the way he wants to really make money and create new wealth is speculating on the other shit. What other things are going to be here? To me, it's just like the .com era, man. There's not going to be one company that runs the internet. There's going to be some big winners, a la Google. But there's also going to be Amazon. There's also going to be Netflix. There's also going to be Facebook. There's also going to be, you see what I'm saying? Like, and this is how I look at blockchain. Yeah, Bitcoin might be Google. Bitcoin might be Google, but there's going to be some other great big players that are way less of a market cap right now that we can speculate on and take profits accordingly and put it back into the Google of the blockchain, which is Bitcoin, right? Like that's how I see it. But these people who are super smart and super wealthy have this narrow mindset, man. It blows my mind sometimes. I don't get it. And they're well versed. I mean, they're very, very well versed, and they're very prepared to tell you why you're an idiot if you look at anything else outside of Bitcoin. And they can talk it. They can talk the talk. But the underlying belief to me is just so short-sighted and narrow-minded, because I mean, you look what Ripple and XRP do, or you look what Ripple does, and XRP is a bridge currency. Bitcoin's not designed for that. You know, and people will say the same thing. Oh, well, Ethereum doesn't it doesn't do anything Bitcoin can't do because now we have Bitcoin smart contracts. Well, Ethereum has done it better. They've done it longer. They do it more efficiently. Like, and that's cool. Like Ethereum can be used for different things. To me, Bitcoin is a store of value. And to me, that's okay. To me, that can still keep Bitcoin above anything and everything. Look where gold is. Gold's number one. What does gold do? You don't transact with it. It's just a fucking store of value. And it's the biggest asset in the world. Bitcoin can do that and overtake gold. Doesn't have to do anything else. But they want to tell you that it's going to, do everything Ethereum does, and it's going to do everything that XRP does. It's going to do everything that, Avalanche is going to do in the gaming section. Why can't AVAX specify for gaming? Or why can't Cardano specify for, the voting system, right? I mean, we're going to have other assets do other things, and I think that's totally fine. But people who can't see that, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just have so much money where they don't have to speculate. They don't really have to take the risk. Maybe that's it. And you just become so narrow-minded to everything else because, you don't have to speculate. Maybe that's it. Paid, what's up?
You just put a Mutasco on me. You said all this shit, and then all of a sudden you just ended it real quick. Without any fucking runway for me to fucking get the plane engine going. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my bad.
You guys have said a lot, and I actually wanted to get to Mar originally. But I will say this, you're talking about not having a seat at that table because of the people's, narrow-mindedness when it came to, currency, like cryptocurrencies outside of Bitcoin. And, there's an old saying, I don't know how actually old it is, but build your own table. Fuck them. And that's why I think the Crypto Breakfast Club, shameless plug for the show, is one of the greatest places to be here. Because more than likely, you can come hang out and talk your bullshit, whatever. And, we're not going to be like Ethereum only. And I don't even like Ethereum like that. So that's not a good example. But so, shout out to you, Zach, for, starting this. So, everyone who comes here every day for being here and sitting at our table. But I wanted to get to Mar's point about utility. And, yeah, utility plays, it's just so much easier to market a fucking dog. That's it. That's at the end of the day. It's so much easier to fucking say, this dog picture, this cat picture, this whatever picture is cute. I like it. You like it? Yeah, I like it. All right, cool. Let's put a few dollars into it. Versus I got to read a 35-page white paper. And half the jargon most people reading online don't understand, right? The average attention span online is 7 seconds. So if you want people to read your 35-page white paper, guess what? They're stopping after probably the first or second paragraph. So when it comes to utility plays, yes, I love them. I love Cardano. I'm glad it's pumping. You know, I love all these other plays. I love Superverse. I mean, that's a gaming utility. I love it. I love it. But at the end of the day, memes are just easier to market because you don't need all the bullshit. You don't need all the fluff, whether it's good or bad. You don't need it. You can just, hey, this is the meme. This is what I like. This is what we like. This is what we're pushing. The narrative is easy and not complicated. And I think the problem with a lot of utility plays is they're too head copy, if that's even a fucking word. If not, I just made it up. It's too much in my head that I got to think about, right? I got to be like, oh, like, well, what are they doing now? What are they doing next? And on top of that, like Mar was saying, when these utility projects need money, they normally, if they don't have VC funding or whatever, they got to take from the chart. And then what happens, they take from the chart, and what they try to build for a utility play doesn't work. And that's the flip side. They make all these promises. We're doing X, Y, and Z. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're changing this. We're building on the moon. Oh, we can't even get off of Earth. So wait a second. And then the project just fucking fails. And it happens all the time. When you go too heavy with utility, it kind of doesn't work unless you've been thinking about this for a long span of time and you're going multi-cycle, like Ethereum, like Cardano, like all these guys that, you know, have gone through at least a bear market, at least two bear markets. Because at that point, you know, people believe in it. The people who are running it still believe in it, and it really kind of push it. You know, how many projects last cycle don't exist now, right? And how many projects this cycle are going to get started and won't exist next cycle, right? So that's why a lot of people look at the top 100. But even if you look at the top 100 from last cycle and the cycle before, a lot of those projects that were there are not there anymore. They're not even, some of them don't exist. Like, I'm not going to get into specifics, but some of them don't even exist. So when it comes to utility, like, yes, I love utility plays for certain things, and I love new utility plays. Like, I love Superverse. I love the idea that, you know, they're building a gaming infrastructure. But what's good about stuff like Superverse, for this example, is I don't need to overcomplicate trying to explain it to other people. I don't need to say, hey, go read their white paper. I can just be like, it's an infrastructure play for video game building. Easy, boom. Not like, oh, we're building this that's going to bridge this. That's going to, you know, if you put $1 in this, it's going to give you 3 of our tokens out, and then you put that in the slot machine, and then when you turn around, it turns on the computer. When that computer turns on, you get a hot dog. It's like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, that's too much. Too much. Guess what? I like a dog. I like a cat. Boom. And that's why meme coins are taken off. It's easy. It's just so easy. Last cycle, when, you know, Doge came out or whenever Doge fucking came out, it made it so easy for people to understand crypto that wasn't in crypto from before. People who didn't want to read the Bitcoin paper could get into Doge, and that's what I did. Like, I had Bitcoin, I knew about it, but Dogecoin, I was like, dude, this is just a fucking fun dog. Sure, here's $100. Let's see what we can do with it. And I think going forward, like, you can see that's why memes are doing and running as hard as they are. And it's not going to stop because it's easy. When I don't want to read a white paper, when I don't want to sit down and have to learn about a whole new technology, I just want my brain to shut off and have fun and maybe lose a bit of money or gain a shit ton of it, I'm going to get a meme. Who in this room doesn't have at least one? Like, you know, that's how it is. But that's my little soapbox for right now. Crypto Moses, you've been waiting, your hands up.
I'm a patient man. What can I say, my man? What can I say? and you've actually had some positive to say. I'll tell you that right now. I just want to say, I 1000% agree with you, Zach. Like, why in the hell would I want to spend my Bitcoin to buy shit? I would much rather spend my shitty dollars. Like, that's the reason I'm in crypto, right? I believe in crypto for the long run. I'd rather spend my shitty dollars than spend my Bitcoin or spend my meme coins, right? Like the reason I'm in those projects or buying Bitcoin is because I believe it has the capability to go up. That's the point of doing this. Like today, I was actually talking about it in a video. This is also the first time that we've ever had this many institutional people into Bitcoin. Man, I sat here through the freaking 20K run up like, oh, no, this shit's going to zero. Boy, was I wrong. I watched that crash from like literally like 10K down to 3,300. And I have a Tesla and it's self-drive, so I'm always trading on the road. You didn't hear me say that, but that's usually when I'm like, dude, and I'm literally like, I will never forget that crash. That crash was the craziest shit ever. And it made me think that crypto was going to die and anybody in crypto is always going to get screwed. And boy, was I wrong, because what I should have done from that crash is just piled all my shit into Bitcoin. right? I should have piled all my shit into Bitcoin. I should have bought more Ethereum, and then I should have traded harder. But instead, I was more of a shorter. I was like, no, you know what? I'm a bear. I really have no faith in crypto getting to ever 20, 30K again. And oh my God, that run in 2021 was the most beautiful thing ever. We saw Bitcoin just got to 60K and 73K, and now we're hovering in between 90 to 100K. Like we got to $99,500 on some exchanges, you guys. That is so sick to think about, and to understand that it's further proof that crypto is not going anywhere. No matter how many bears we are, no matter how many people like me who have the negative narrative to it, we can all defend ourselves by going, oh, we don't know if it's going to go to zero. Yeah, we understand that, but that's the same with every stock and many other things that actually have no value and are not making money, and people are still buying the stock. Where Bitcoin in itself doesn't need to make money, but in its form of how it was built and created, it is going to gain value due to that simple act of supply and demand, right? I saw a chart a couple days ago, and it was showing us that this is like maybe the fourth or fifth halving. I'm probably wrong on that number, but there's a shit ton more halvings to go, you guys. So it's only going to get harder and harder to mine Bitcoin. So it's only going to become a more of a scarce resource, right? Like more people are going to want it, not like very well so. More people want it. There's going to be less supply of it. The demand will go up. So why is it not possible to get to 200, 300, 500K? And now we've got a political power supporting crypto. Like, bro, I'm all in on crypto. And here's the thing, you guys. I don't know if you know much about me. I'm Real Crypto Moses on YouTube. I've been with Zach for how many years. I watched Zach 2021, worked with them on it all. And I learned so much from this guy. So make sure you're all following, obviously. Great freaking team here. But one thing I basically am going all in on finally is, first off, I've always had like my service-based businesses that were local. But after like meeting Zach and growing some of the companies, one thing I learned is crypto's here to stay. Crypto's going to keep growing. I've got a small mining firm located in Iowa that's actually mining for me, and it does really freaking well just on its own. So now I'm all in on service-based things for crypto. And what we've gotten, ironically, guys, I literally created this just like because my freaking cousin needed it originally, right? So we needed a way to go through the blockchain because we were trading so much on DeFi, right? And we could not get, like, it was originally Clifford. I don't know if you guys ever remember trading Clifford. Clifford had the worst freaking taxes and fees, and people were just getting screwed on that. And, like, I had no way to write them off. And I was like, there's no way I'm paying this shit. Why the hell would I do this? So, like, we literally spent, I don't even know how many months it was, perfecting, A, understanding the blockchain, but then B, breaking it down into sheets and a transactions list that then the accountants felt comfortable filing. So we created something called bcmanagement.us. You guys can reach out to us. We are doing a free 15-minute consultation right now. And if you come through Zach's channels like this, we are literally making an offer where anybody who does it before Christmas, right? So our offer goes until Christmas. We're going to do our best. And let me re-say this. We're going to guarantee your sheets are prepared by the 15th. We're going to guarantee your sheets are prepared by the 15th of January, no matter the size, unless you're like a really, really big enterprise client. But this way you can file early and not be stuck behind everybody else and have a high opportunity for audits. But we literally built that business to calculate all our transactions and all our wallets and then be protected where if anybody comes and audits us, right, every year whenever I'm filing, I file that with me so they know how much money I've made from which meme coins. And now that Trump is going to let us do, hopefully, free taxes on meme coins that are basically anything registered in the U.S. for crypto. I mean, think of all the tokens that are going to come out in the United States, right? And we're going to need those sheets breaking down those tokens and all the fees we expensed on them to actually benefit from this. So if you guys need any help, we are literally offering a free 15-minute consultation with our head team of accountants that can help you with this. Just go to bcmanagement.us. You can literally click right there and let us know you came from Zach. We'll give Zach the credit. We appreciate the heck out of it. We just want to make sure it's protected. Yeah.
Real quick, I actually dropped my my affiliate link in the comments section of the space. It's coming from my main account, from the Zach account. I'm speaking on the XT algo because I'm running around. Yeah. So if you guys are interested, and straight up, I'll tell you guys, this is how I've done my taxes the last 3 years. Straight up, it saved me a ton. Mo's a businessman. I met him 3 years ago through crypto. He's always coming up with different ideas. And I knew a couple of my friends who were using his service. And like he said, man, he's going to save you on, especially on all the DeFi stuff with, token taxes, gas fees. So if you're somebody who's interested in that, I would highly encourage you to check it out. The way I do it, I'll just give you the rundown real quick. So all my traditional income, like exchanges, all that stuff's pretty easy because Coinbase and all that stuff, kind of handles it, and they give you all your spreadsheets and everything. But on the DeFi side, man, as you guys know, there's nothing there. So we tried all the different services, nothing really works, and I was able to team up with Mo and now part owner of BCM too, which I'm super pumped about. And just it's a great product, great service. They do it the right way, and they're going to give you a nice printout to give to your CPA. And obviously, all that stuff is deeply tracked. I've got spreadsheets out the freaking wazoo. So if anything ever happened, it's like, here you go. Here's every asset I've ever owned. Every time I've transacted, we're accounting for token taxes as write-offs. We're accounting for all this stuff as write-offs where we see fit. So that includes token taxes. That includes gas fees, right? And then straight up rug pulls. I mean, especially if you're trading in the meme coin market, right? So.
I'll add on with that. So you can write off those rug pulls if you've got them broken down and can show what you bought and what wallet, right? That's one thing. And then the second thing, so you guys just understand this. Taxes are a bitch. And here's why I say it that way. Because they do not penalize you with you. How do I reword this? I'm sorry. They do not help you with it in any way. It is your responsibility to be prepared for them. Even though, ironically, they will fine you and give you a guesstimate of what they want you to pay. If you don't have it prepared, they screw you over. I have a business partner who's having this exact issue. I'm just like, bro, if you have your list ready, just like they say, if you don't save your receipts, you're screwed. Well, luckily, when you're transacting on the blockchain, it saves those receipts for you, and we organize and set those receipts up so they're ready to be given to the government. I hope that was a simple way to make it simple for everybody. Yeah.
No, 100%. Yeah. I mean, so if you guys are interested in that, check it out. I put the link down below. We'll probably do a deeper dive on this, especially as tax season comes up. We'll have a bunch of spaces on this because it is an important element to being not only a good trader, but making sure you're doing everything the right way. The biggest thing they're going to look for is consistency, right? So if you're like inconsistent with how you're filing, that's gonna set a red flag. So
Well said.
Let me go down to Aaron. Aaron's been waiting too. Aaron, what's happening, man? Aaron, you there?
Yeah, sorry.
What's up, bro?
Oh, not a whole lot. I just want to say I love the space that you guys do. I look forward to it every morning. If I'm out of breath, it's just because I'm working at the same time. Anytime I see the market down and stuff like that, you guys really help keep a bullish attitude, which is great. Big question I have is I hear you guys talk about like the back channels and stuff like that all the time. And I'm just trying to figure out what that is because I have a couple ideas that I want to run past Zach, get his input on them. Possibly $1 million ideas. How would I get a hold of them?
Yeah. So if you this is Zach on my XT Algo page, by the way. But if you go to my main account, who's the host of the space, that profile picture. If you go hop in there and then you'll see the Crypto Breakfast Club X page, hit that and then hop into our Telegram, our Crypto Breakfast Club Telegram. That's where we're always talking on the back channels, even when the space isn't running. And that's the space, man. That's the place to float different ideas. And you can find me in there and message me directly too. If you just want to be a conversation with you and I, and we can definitely talk through it, man.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you being an avid listener too. Your court, man. What's happening?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Just here, man. Listen to you guys. I'm working at the same time, like always, but great conversations today. You some good points in when it comes to what you said. Why you always want to just be a one coin? Like Maxi on Bitcoins or Maxi on XRP that they don't want to listen to nobody else. Man, we are here to make money. No matter where it is, let's make it. That's what we want. We want the money, our back to get bigger. So why not be with everybody together? You know, why not be teaching everybody everything, not just one coin? Especially now that I don't know if you guys seen it, but I'm pretty sure of course, everybody's seen it. At least everybody that knows about it. Like, it's not as 2021 that at this time, when Bitcoin was hitting all-time high back in 2021 or 2021, everybody was talking about it. Like, literally everywhere was being talked about Bitcoin. People that never talked about it, they're being talked. The retail market was back again here. Everybody was spending money on it. And yeah, there was more money because of probably COVID and those incentives that we got with the checks and stuff like that. We have more money to spend probably. But now Bitcoin is even bigger. Market is even bigger. I think we're already in the bull market since 2-3 months ago, even though we didn't notice that it was that big, but it's because nobody's talking about it. But I'm glad that we are, and I'm glad that we always do, because that keeps us up to date to us to always be up to date with our bags. Because, man, I miss throughout this whole year, I missed like about 3 months of non-crypto. Like, literally, I stopped. When I got sick, when you guys remember I got sick, and I stopped a little bit, and I started getting better and stuff like that. Man, when I came back, I was lost as hell. I feel so lost, and it sucked ass because I lost so much opportunity of gains in those 3 months only. Imagine if you other people that stopped from back in 2021, and I know people like that because they have called me now. Hey, how can we go into this? Is it too late to get in now? Is it this and this? Man, I've been telling you for the longest. Why you didn't do it before? Now, you know, those people that waited back then and have bags since then never keep on investing. I feel kind of sorry for them. And the people that keep on investing like us and keep on listening to the Crypto Breakfast Club, I give ourselves props all the time. And like I always say, raise your right hand, pat your bag, and tell yourself, I'm proud of myself because we are doing this and we're going to become richer every day, more and more and more. That's all I got to say today. I didn't have that much, and I wish you have a great day, guys. Much love.
Let's go, bro. Appreciate that. I can't see who's all a speaker. Is Mutasco up here as a speaker?
No, it shows me here as a listener. The speaker that shows here is Exiago, Paid, Mark, Michael, Crypto Moses, and Aaron Clint. I can't read the rest.
Okay. All right, maybe they're requesting. Let me go to my other account here.
You can drop me down. I'm not gonna say nothing else. If you want to drop me down, please. And anybody else could just rotate.
You can send me codes if you want, Zach, if you need it. I just don't see anybody else on here.
All right, bet. Here, let me go back to my main account.
Yeah, Paid doesn't show as a co-host or cycle. Actually, you are the only one showing with something.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we got you, Mutasco.
Hey, Mutasco, real quick. Crypto M, are you mining Caspa? What was that?
Oh my God.
No, he's asking Crypto Moses if he's mining.
Oh, okay.
Dude, you know something funny, bro? My boy David just sent me 2 Caspa miners. They're on the way. So I will be mining Caspa. I'm so lame, bro. I've got 7 Bitcoin miners. I've got the big ASICs, right? And then I've got 3 computers with like graphics cards that I use to mine random ass coins, and I just remote into them. So no, not yet on Caspa, but I will be in the next 2 to hopefully 3 weeks. And I only have space for 3 more miners after David, so I haven't figured out what I'm going to put in there next. So if anybody's got advice, hit me up. I am down to listen.
Man, Crypto M, I want to say something. Don't take this the wrong way, okay? You know I'm always fucking around. Dude, you got a white voice, dude. Are you sure you're black, bro? Because you sound like a fucking, like beyond white.
That's Paid brother. That's Paid
No
brother.
way. Pay sounds like a black guy, bro. People say that Pay sounds like Pay was a black guy from the first time I heard it. But this dude, I thought that picture he had there was just like I don't know, like a character or something. And when I look
Bro.
like,
I was born in Africa. Zach can contest. I am black on the outside. All right?
On the outside? What the fuck?
he's vanilla. He said he's vanilla.
Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I'm not even taking it as a hate. I totally understand, bro. Like, I mean, like, to me, being black, say shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't judge it. I don't give a fuck.
Have you gotten at this before where people are like, yo, damn, you sound like a super white boy, you know?
Bro, the thing is, though, I'm thug, right? Like, I'm fun. You can ask Zach. Like, I don't dress like it, but I'm thug and fun. But when I'm on the
Listen, hold on. Let me stop you right there. Nobody in the universe of the hood, and I'm from Philadelphia, no one in the universe of the hood ever said, I'm thug and fun. What the fuck, you know?
Hey, bro, I used to live like that. God, I used to say that all the time. Here's the thing. I'm not even advantage, bro. I was always really fat. Hold on. To give you some defense, I used to be really fat, so I looked like cuddly and sweet, so people still took it as it was okay. You know what I mean? It was like a little fat bear kid saying that shit. It worked out, bro.
I'm just saying, yo, can someone click that, please? Because that's going in the compilation end of year. Thank you. That's ridiculous. I'm thugging fun, bro. What is this, a fucking dating app? I'm like, no, the ladies ain't trying to listen to that.
Hey, you never know, bro. The little crypto ladies we got in here. I'm open. All right, hit my line.
Yo, I like, yo, I'm thugging fun. Yo, I throw craps down the street at night, but you know what? I also like going to the arcade. It's like, what, bro? What are you talking about?
Well, I hope I answered your question.
Yo,
so yeah, no, I'm looking forward for mining Caspa. I'm getting like a really, I'm
It's 4 years later, so don't do it to yourself. That's my only advice.
Yeah, hit up the thug and fun guy down there with his hand up. Because and he can also help you with taxes as well. We got 40 minutes left, roughly, Zach, something like that. I see Mutasco and Mike's been up here for a little bit. But guys, shout out to all of you guys listening. Make sure you're sharing the room and all that shit. Come on, we're having fun. We're having a blast. Also, we have a quick update. We are closed for Thanksgiving. We're not doing a space. Spend time with your family and friends and shit. Have fun. Have a beer on us. Mar's crying. Mar, maybe
you guys are Mar's family.
Oh, fuck. Here we go. See, this is... God damn it.
Thanksgiving with y'all while y'all I'm listening here and stuff. That was the whole point of my Thanksgiving.
Maybe we'll do an emergency Thanksgiving space. Fucking everyone's crying, bro. Jesus Christ. There's more holidays to come. Christmas, we might not be going to space then either. But but more than likely we're probably going to be shut down officially, at least as the Breakfast Club for Thanksgiving. Spend time with your fucking family, guys. Spend time with your friends. Have a beer. Have a fucking drink or wine or whatever you're doing. Smoke a joint. Whatever. It's a free country probably where you live. I don't know where you live, but just have fun. Enjoy your time. Let's get the Michael real quick, and then Mutasco has his hand up. And if anyone else wants to come to the stage, feel free. We still have 40 minutes left, roughly 45 minutes, something like that. So let's hang out. Michael, what's up, dude?
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? What's up, Breakfast Club? Hey, Zach, how you doing, brother? How you doing, man? I've been listening to the space this morning, man. You're on fire, brother. You're always on fire. I got to give my respect to Zach. You are paving the way in the space for a lot of people, educating people, and it's a must-need, brother. And the Breakfast Club, the co-host, the host, everybody in the room, you guys are doing good. So I'm going to drop a little gem, a little alpha in the room for you guys today. First of all, it's not financial advice. I heard you guys talking about a couple topics. We're going to talk about the taxes after, but we're going to get to it. So first of all, I'm with you, okay? I'm not spending my Bitcoin. To each his own, okay? To each his own. Hear me out for a second, all right? I'm going to give you guys, because I come from a business aspect, and I'm seeing this thing played out, and I've been seeing this played out. I talked to a lot of people. I talked to Matas. I talked to a lot of people about this, right? To each his own. look, I do multi-million-dollar bids for construction and stuff like that. I'm gonna give you guys a perspective, right? We buy real estate, we do different things sometimes. I bootstrap a lot of this marijuana industry, you know what I mean? A lot of different situations, right? So I know about getting loans. I know how different asset classes, doing bid bonds for multi-million-dollar jobs, how things work, okay? I'm looking at it like this, where a lot of people don't understand. When I go ahead and go to the companies, and I'm doing these or the cities, the government officials, and I'm doing these jobs, and I'm doing a bond, and I'm trying to get a bond for the the bid and stuff like that. I got to show my asset class. How much money do I have in the bank? How much real estate do I have? What can they actually put a lien or a loan lien against if I fuck this shit up, right? How can they come after me and take whatever the situation may be if I F it up, or, you know what I mean? I'm credible to actually do these big jobs, right? So at the end of the day, I'm telling people like this. If I own 100,000 in Bitcoin or own $100,000, they're going to give me a better lending protocol or a betting loan or a better bid bond because of the asset class that I have. Bitcoin in general, I'm going to go Bitcoin, I'm going to go all the crypto after that. Watch. Bitcoin in general is deflationary. So when they're going to give me a loan on my dollar, it's not like that. When they give me a look at that asset class on my real estate, it's not like that. Okay. When they're going to go ahead and look at all different stuff like that, it's not like that. So year to date, it blows out anything out the water. And then the value class of it, that these things and different people are going to be building on top of that. Banks, you're going to see different people talking about, oh, if you buy one Bitcoin here, maybe we give you 50% lending protocol, right? Or whatever, carrot in front of the house, right? So there's going to be, or you lend your Bitcoin over here or different things in general, right? So I look at that asset class. If I were to pull out 30,000 right now and it were to 10X on me, and it were to be 300,000, and I would go ahead and use that asset class for a lending protocol or a bid bond, that thing would probably be worth $600,000 to $900,000 on a lending protocol, or they look at it a certain way, a little bit different. Okay, so me personally, in general, I'm a money grab. Okay, all money in, no money out. So when I started thinking like that, I said, "Damn it, I better get to the bag," because they've already been accepting Bitcoin for years for the federal government. I'm like, dude, they're front running everybody. And I have a lot of people on the inside, a lot of different situations, and I'm understanding how this thing's actually playing out. And I'm like, oh, hell no, man. I better grab this, right? So I'm opening up companies. I'm structuring companies to, we're accepting crypto payment, because you can Google that shit. I'm in California, right? I don't know, to each his own where you're at. But I can accept crypto for payment where I'm at, you know what I mean? Run the taxes like what you guys are talking about and stuff like that. Pay my whole situation, but actually grow my bag on this asset class, because what happens is if I have $100,000 in extra money at the end of the year, and that thing 4X is for me, that's 400,000, right? And it just keeps on growing. And then at the same time, I just built my my company on this different protocol, or whatever you want to call it, innovation, blockchain technology. And I'm a type of person that's like this. I don't like to compete. I like to put things out there, and I like to bring money in all different kinds of areas. And if I can put something like Bitcoin or crypto, and I'm accepting it for payment, right, or doing whatever I'm doing, it's a carrot in front of the horse. And I'm making more money in the future, like how you guys are saying with the mining. I see the thing, big difference. And so I know if I bought my chips at $1, I'm selling them for, $2-3. I can give it a discount, 50% off or whatever, because you guys are buying it off me for Bitcoin. I'm from Bitcoin. I'm just giving an example. That's just a little bit of what, but I see things a lot different than a lot of people. So I'm not going out there anymore, spending my Bitcoin for a pizza or a dollar, coffee, like it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at it as a different serious asset class when I'm running around, and everything from my insurance, my car, my gas, your girlfriend's nails, whatever it may be, you have an option to pay for crypto, right? First of all, I'm going to get to the bag because, I might as well get to the bag, first of all, because that might be an option, right? Second of all, that asset class is probably going to be worth a lot more if I'm turning around trying to give that shit up for chips, for a soda, or for whatever it is, because the deflationary asset class, they're trying to get to it. I'm going to shut up right now. The different cryptos, from Caspa to Solana to whatever it is out there, I look at it like this. Yeah, first of all, it's going to be Bitcoin. It's a money grab, right? They're going to have Ethereum. They're going to have Solana. It's going to be like if you're paying with your Visa card, you're going to be able to pay with your MasterCard. You're going to be able to pay with your American Express, right? There's different options payments. You're going to have Bitcoin. You're going to have Ethereum. You're going to have XRP, however they want to do it. But at the end of the day, it's still going to be whatever's on the blockchain. If it's a layer 1, layer 2, meme token, whatever it is in your wallet, it's going to be able to give me that. They'll have a protocol or something towards automatically get transferred into a USDT stable. They're making money anyway because whatever they're selling you, it's on a discount or a software that just keeps on getting repetitive over and over again, like on a cable or just different types of software. So they can go ahead and give you discounts on a lot of different things and reel you in. So at the end of the day, people look like, oh my God, Bitcoin is the one that you're going to use for payment system, or XRP or this. And you know what? I love everything. But at the end of the day, you guys are got to really open your eyes to what the whole situation is going to be. It's a money grab. They're going to be putting all crypto out there. And sooner or later, because you see it in front of your face, how do you have them telling you no about Bitcoin, all these big BlackRock, all these other people, all these people, the government and stuff like that, years later, and with the SEC, years later, they say it's okay, and then you put it on an ETF. Come on, man. A lot of people are just overlooking the main picture, the whole situation. Don't get shaken out of your bags, first of all, just because of a dip. There's more to it just because the thing just dipped. No, hell no. If that thing dips, I was screaming at the top of my lungs when that shit dipped at 15.5. I was telling people to, man, yeah, get to the damn bag. Yeah, first of all, second of all, what you guys saying, yeah, what were you guys saying about the taxes and stuff like that, right? Maybe we can mingle in the future. I'm building like it is live, and that tax, I'll be able to probably blow up that tax situation with different businesses and different people around the world. Really good. And that's a good protocol, which you guys have, a good format. And yeah, maybe you want to do business, intertwine it, what we got going on, and we can talk in the back end. But yeah, thank you, Zach, for everything you're doing. And you guys dropped it like it's hot. One thing, though, I want to say this before I go and stuff like that. I don't know how something could be so cute, cuddly, and then point a gun at you and tell me, give me your money. How do you be thugging and be like, give me your money and cute and cuddly, right? I don't know. You know what I mean? And then second of all, yeah, of course somebody's going to say, mine Casper, right? Get to the bag.
I have faith you can be cute and thug. Right?
Bro, what the fuck, dude? That is crazy. Yo, Michael, you got me fucking suffocating. Yo, that shit's crazy. Yo, shout out to Michael. Everyone go check out Michael's page. He has a space also in the evening. Well, it depends on where you are, right? But Mike, what time's your fucking space? Give him the time, because I always get it wrong. Yo, I'm from sunny California, where money grows on trees. It's at 12:30 my time, lunchtime, West Coast time, until 2:30. That's 3:30. Yeah, that's 3:30 East Coast. Guys. East Coast. So East Coast 3:30. Anywhere else, figure out via Google.
I just want to say real quick, 10 seconds from hearing that. No, it won't be cute at all. It'll be straight up thug. No, about making money. We've been pondering reopening up the miners to have more like consumer miners rather than our own. If anybody's interested in that, just message me, and I want to see if that's something possible in our space. But we get really cheap electricity, so we get fired. That's why we just do it for ourselves and our partners. But if anybody's interested, reach out to me. I want to see if maybe that's a scalable thing.
Yo, hit me up, because you were in the space, and Michael definitely DM. We'll talk about that channels. But the whole Morocco legalizing crypto thing, guys, that means as of right now, there are no legal crypto businesses through. There's none, because it's been illegal completely. So you couldn't have a crypto business. Mining here, electricity is pretty cheap. Internet kind of sucks unless you pay for the super expensive shit. Trust me, I know, but it might be a spot to fucking start looking into. Just
privately message me, and anybody else interested in this mining concept, privately message me right away. Let's talk about it. I totally would like to talk to you, because I want to know your electrical prices there. Here, I do a deal that's unbelievably. It's ridiculous. You can beat it.
Listen, for I'll put it this way: they charge you per quarter. And I think per quarter with using, I edit videos, so I use my computer a fucking shit ton, right? Per quarter, the bill that I got, I think was $150.
and I use my computer nonstop. And I have like one of these, crazy gaming laptops that do all this crazy shit and video editing. Electricity is super fucking cheap, man. It's really cheap here. So we'll talk. We'll get into the back channels.
Sorry, I paid real quick. Sorry for that. When you say quarter of the year, like
every 3 months. So yeah, my electricity
for real.
for 3 months.
Shit, that's great. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, guys. I mean, Zach brought it up, but he tagged me in it earlier. Morocco is in the process of legalizing it. This is the time to start thinking about businesses. So I definitely want to talk to Mike in the back channel. We're talking away. And Crypto Moses, we can definitely talk because I think right now, like the legal framework is probably not 100% through, right? Let's say it takes another month or two, but if we can set up shop now, like we'll be ahead of a lot of other people. I see Larry's coming up here. I'm going to bring him up as well. And Mutasko's on the stage also. Mutasko, what's going on, bro?
Hey, can you hear me?
Mutasko, I can always hear you normally.
Cool. No. I wanted to comment on what Mar was talking about earlier. He said something about VCs and utility. And this is why I'm commenting on this, guys. Don't make the mistake of mixing up every utility. I hear it all the time. Oh, there's utility this, utility that. There's a difference between utility and utility. Right now, what the VCs are doing, because they realize their game, like there's an egg on their faces. Because if you look at all the VC-backed tokens, they've been down for 80%. If you're somebody who tracks them, what they've learned now is this, and this is about to become something new when it comes to utility. The strategy that they're using right now. If you guys remember, there was this SEC thing that people used in 2017 during the ICO era. They have what they call simple agreement for future tokens. So if you're a VC and you're getting paid $1 million to build a utility, and I think Mar's point is valid, as in, yes, if they say utility, then they have to build something. And if they have to build something, then they have to dump on you. A lot of people have figured out that now. The market is becoming wiser. And so people know that if it's VC backed, they're going to dump on you. And we know that because most of the tokens, even though some people thought, well, yeah, they're locked up, but then they're locked up because some of the VCs that got their tokens locked up, they're also getting staking rewards. So even though it's locked up, there's a portion of it that is staked. And if it's staked, anybody that is telling you, hey, if you stake, I'm going to give you a yield, you have to ask where the yield is coming from. And I think the other day, I think this is about a month ago, the Power Chain guys were here, and I asked them this question about how are you paying the yield, right? It's like there's different buckets to these yields. Like you can create a pool, you can create there's like 3 different types. And one of them that people have figured out, and the market is what I'm referring to, the market has figured out the VC tactic that, hey, the VC would take the tokens. They don't need this money most of the time, but they will continue to dump their yield reward. So if you, maybe MA token, right? The MA token has, 10% in a staking pool for rewards. If you're a VC and you gave $1 million, they proportion that to what you are going to get. But a portion of that also goes into a staking pool, and then you get a reward. So you're getting the same token in, and you're dumping in the market, but it's not coming from the locked portion that you have. That was a trick that people have exposed, and this is what the VCs are doing now. What they're doing now is, for example, you have USDC, there's yield on USDC. That means the yield is kind of derived from the treasury reserve that these stablecoins have. Because if you buy treasuries, you earn yield. So that's number one. Number two, Ethereum it's the only asset right now that has implied yield because of the way that it's designed. If you go on ultrasound.money, you see that there's about 32 million Ethereum staked. There's yield that comes out of that. It's called native yield. Now, some of these VCs are using stable coins and Ethereum. And on the Ethereum side, it's almost similar to the stablecoin. When you give $1 million to a project that is doing, quote, a utility, what you expect back is, okay, some tokens of the project, which is why I reference is the future, the simple agreement for future tokens, because you're giving money with the promise that when the utility is out, you get tokens back, and you can either sell them or hold them for some value in the future. In this case, what these VCs are doing, and guys, this is very new. It's not out there yet that much, but some of these VCs that have money, this is what they're doing now. Some of them have figured out a way to game the system. And the way they're gaming it is you give the $1 million, and then say, for example, and it's almost like they're trying to tell the market, hey, we're not going to dump on you. And the way they're not dumping on you is, say, for example, Paid is building the utility, and Paid takes $1 million from Zach. Now, Paid take the $1 million in Ethereum or USDC. So Paid will take the $1 million and stake it. Okay. Right now, if you go on Coinbase, they offer these things all over, right? You get yield everywhere. But in this example, Paid is staking the USDC or the Ethereum and getting yield on it. And if you just want to get a take on what the yield differentials are on Ethereum, you can go on stakingrewards.com, and then you can kind of look at the yield that I'm talking about. But at a high level, the yield, if they stake it, they're earning yield. And the yield is now assumed to be, hey, Paid is going to take the yield. It's not going to Zach, because Zach gave $1 million with the hope that Paid is going to build a utility. So the milk is like getting coffee and asking for cream. So the cream is going to Paid, and Paid is going to use the cream, whatever the amount is, maybe $1 million. If $1 million of Ethereum is going to a staking pool, and Paid is going to be getting 4.2% or 3.5, whatever that percentage is, that money is what Paid is going to depend on to build a utility. So if whatever Paid is going to build is like a pump.fund, how much is it going to cost Paid? Well, that is technical overhead. He has to create a budget and say, well, my technical overhead to get this pump.fund built for users before the bull run is going to be $200,000. I'm just throwing a rough number out there. So Paid has to now strategize. If he has to hire 2 developers instead of 5, Paid has to do that, because now Paid is constrained, because he only gets 3% on that $1 million Ethereum that is staked. How much is 3%? Now Paid has to schedule out his overhead operational activities. And maybe Paid promised Zach in 6 months before the bull run starts, we're going to have pump.fund ready. Cool, that's a promise. Zach is giving away his yield, because bear in mind, Zach would have earned that 3.5% if he had just put his Ethereum in a staking pool. He will earn that yield. But Zach is giving that away, which is also an opportunity cost, because Ethereum could go up 2x, okay? Did Zach lose by, they call it an impermanent loss, right? Or it could be impermanent gain. But if it's impermanent loss to Zach, then it's impermanent gain to Paid, because Paid is earning on top of that Ethereum that is staked. So Ma, I'm just saying that whenever you hear, hey, this is why when I hear these things, I have to comment, because it's not a blanket thing. It's not like every utility is BS. No, there are utilities that are real utilities. So when somebody is speaking about, hey, I don't care about utility, I'm going to go to Ozo, I'm going to go all meme coin, good luck with that. Because, yeah, you can have 90% of your portfolio meme coin and then ignore that there could be some really good utilities that if you hold that utility, you're not going to get dumped on, because these VCs are becoming really, really creative. They're very, very smart. And these are people that have money and they have something to lose. I would rather bet on somebody like that than somebody that just launches a token for $2. Okay? Because, yeah, there's no pain, there's no skin in the game, none of it. It's like I can walk away anytime I want. But that is a hidden secret. And guys, this is new. It's evolving. They're going to figure it out. They're going to find ways to at least control the pump and dump. for these utility-based projects. The other thing I want to say about Zach's comment, I'm glad you were in that space yesterday. And this is why Ma says this about these Bitcoin maxis. I think it was Charles that was on the space yesterday. He said something really profound. He said, over time, these Bitcoin maxi tribes are going to continue to shrink. They're going to continue to shrink over time. Here's the thing, Zach, I think you left the room when they started talking about this. And remember this, Plan C is a Bitcoin maxi. I don't know him. I just see him online. He posts a lot of really good stuff. A lot of really smart people in the room, right? But the secret is this. They all have past, okay? For anybody who's been here 2021, you know the people that were shilling BlockFi, Celsius, you know, what is it, Voyager, you know the names, right? You left the room, Zach, and this is just directly to you because of the comment you made about you trying to get up on the mic. I don't even care to engage with these people, okay? Because here's the thing. Thank God you don't have to ask a permission from a Bitcoin maxi to ape into a meme coin, okay? You have that freedom. So usually I don't even have time to waste on trying to debate people that, and the funny thing is, when you left the room, they literally started exposing each other, right? Because Gary wanted to know the beef between Plan C and Simon. And so somehow Plan C kind of spilled the beans and said, hey, I was shilling, he said he was shilling BlockFi or something like that, or Voyager or Celsius, and it went bust. Because they were putting their Bitcoin on this Celsius thing, and which was stupid for them to have done that, which they acknowledged. But here's the thing, most of these Bitcoin max, if you've been here long enough, some of them, I don't even see them in these spaces anymore. I've watched most of these people, I've followed them for a while. I've seen them, like literally some of them they are probably the biggest shitcoin buyers, okay? They just got burned for whatever reason, I don't know, okay? Most of us, and for anybody in this room, you know, you probably round-tripped the bag, you know, you got ragged, you trusted the wrong person. We've all gone through that. That's called the hazard of crypto. You accept it and you move on. For some people, usually it's like what people say about when things happen, a lot of people move on quickly, some people don't. There's like the stage of shock, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I trust this guy. And he just, whatever. Yeah, you get stuck in the shock stage. You don't know how to leave there and start thinking, okay, denying, is this real? And then you go through this phase of like, is this actually happening, until you accept it. Once you accept it, you get into the peace stage where you're at peace with yourself. Some of these people are still going through these phases, right? Who cares? Let me give you a preface and I'll shut up. A lot of people said L2s are dead. Ethereum is dead. Let me give you some numbers. In 2021, I think it was September 2021, L2s were, the total value locked on L2s was like literally 2.2 billion, okay? And when we moved it into this year, January, right? As of January 2024, the numbers went, I think about 20 billion or something like that. Today, if you go on, L2B, I think it's L2B.com, you pull up L2B, the dashboard, it will give you the total value lock. There's some nuances there. I'm not going to go into that. But at a high level, the total value lock in L2s is sitting at 47 billion. So what do you see from this trend is up and to the right, okay? It's gradual, but it's up and to the right. And there's mispricing going on within the Ethereum ecosystem. A lot of people are stuck with the price. What they're not paying attention to, and this is the saddest part of some of these maxis, they're not even reading anything, okay? They're saying no on Ethereum, so they're not reading it. They're not researching, they're not trying to understand what is going on in the ecosystem. So people like that, it's actually more dangerous to think that this is somebody you want to follow because they're not even doing the work to understand, okay, what has changed from 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. They're not even doing that research. They're stuck in the past. So following people like that is almost like you're going to wreck your own portfolio. And guess what? Most of these people that are trading meme coins, you are not going to waste your time trying to convince them about Bitcoin because they know that. They're just trying to mine more fiat to buy Bitcoin. And they're probably going to get there. They don't have to get there at your own preferred time. Just let people do their thing. It just baffles me. The same people that talk about freedom have a problem if people are having their own freedom of choosing where to put their money. When somebody shuts you down for talking about something else, stay away from them because it's not going to pay you anything. They're not feeding your family. They're not paying your bills. How dare somebody who doesn't do all of that for you tell you where to put your money? It makes no sense to me. And somehow these people are now trying to look at this financial engineering that is going on with MicroStrategy. It baffles my mind. It's amazing. It's good for Bitcoin. But the fact that these same people who didn't believe in Ethereum DeFi, they didn't believe in staking, they didn't believe in like yield, somehow Sailor says, yeah, if you're on MicroStrategy, you get 35% yield. And they're like celebrating it. Like, okay, the question is, where is the yield coming from? They're not even asking that. These guys are all full board. Like, this is the best thing that's ever happened. It could be, but are we at least being objective, asking the questions, just like we were giving Ethereum a hard time of creating financial engineering within Ethereum ecosystem? So long story short, again, I always say this, and this is not a shot to anybody. If you've been here a while and you've followed the right people, you've learned and seen them transmogrify themselves from maxi to not a maxi to in between to whatever. It teaches you one lesson, that we all evolve over time. So right now in this moment, we're all going to evolve at some point. And that's why I'm here. I'm here constantly learning because I need to learn everything so that I can inform myself on the decisions that I have to make. Do I get burned? Many times. But that's part of it that I've accepted. But I'm not going to stop.
Yeah, I think this is a really good point, Mutasco. And I think my thing is, to your point there, a lot of people got, what's the word, kind of overzealous, I think, in 2021 and kind of were easily persuaded, myself included. And I think anybody who was in it probably got, persuaded to, feel or think or do something. You're not thinking clearly. The issue I have is with people who still want to think they're holier than thou or just not talk about it. It's like, let's talk about it. Let's bring it to the light. So people who are coming in now for the first time, it doesn't happen to them. And I, to your point, and I, said another way, like take it on the chin and use it as a learning lesson for other people. I mean, me personally, hell yeah, I was rug pulled, wrecked, and left a lot of money on the table. Luckily, I was able to have some head on my shoulders, new to the game and take profits accordingly here and there and make this a career. But I've said this before, I lost a lot more than I won. And, you just take it for what it is and you keep going. And more importantly, you talk about it, you bring it to the light because you're going to help other people by doing that. By sweeping it under the rug and acting holier than thou as if, I wasn't affected by that and I was super smart and I'm better than you and I saw it, and that doesn't really do anything. It doesn't help anybody. So I think that's a really important point. And I did hear that portion of the space last night too that you're referring to. I think I dropped out just after that. What kind of rubbed me the wrong way is one of the speakers, basically said, well, I got my money all the way off and, it didn't affect me. And I, okay, well, good for you. I beg to differ probably. But again, that holier than thou, I don't know. It doesn't matter in crypto or in life. Those type of people are toxic to me. And the minute you feel like you got it all figured out in anything, is the minute you start losing your edge. And it's really true when it comes to investing in crypto. Keep that beginner's mindset, continue to learn, know that you're going to get some things right, you're going to get some things wrong. But when you do get things wrong, use it as a learning lesson, and more importantly, share it with others so people can glean from it, learn from it, so it doesn't happen to them. I mean, that's just really what it comes down to. Larry, what's up, man?
Hey guys, sorry, a little bit late. Just been busy because of the state of the market, man. So totally agree with what you and Matasco were talking about. You know, the metrics for this run are totally different than what we've ever seen. You know, we can't compare, institutionalized investments with, retail coming in, it's kind of balancing off. And yeah, the charts kind of took a hit today, but really you just have to look at things that are going on in the background. For example, XRP added, I think, 10 more banks today to their list of 100 plus banks now and financial institutions. That's huge, and some of these banks I would have never thought in a million years would jump on DeFi. They never. And they're all drinking the Kool-Aid now, right? And as far as Bitcoin's concerned, I heard Mike, what's up, Mike? And Paid talk about mining. That's what I do. So, and if even at the price of Bitcoin taking, a few percent hits today, just alone today, 1,000 miners went out from our conglomerate. So 1,000 miners, could you imagine 1,000 S19s went out and continued. Miners are being pressed every day. And it doesn't, like I said, the buy pressure on Bitcoin, especially now since so much of the market and TradFi is leveraged against the growth or the positions on Bitcoin, that it's going to be like the last bull run where 80%, 90% of what's not even mined is already being spoken for on large buy order or purchase order contracts on Bitcoin. And these little market adjustments, again, are just providing better positions for, traditional finance or institutionalized finance to shore up all of these creative new financial technology products, the ETFs, perpetuals, and futures we have. And even looking at some forward movement on Solana, even with the FUD that they have right now, there'd be 2 more ETFs being announced out of Asia Major and Asia Minor. You'll see that. And you'll see some big news from the African Union on having a unified stance on crypto. I had a long phone call this morning because, we do have some of our mining operations for hash and for hash flow and hash AI in sub-Saharan Africa right now. But had a long call this morning with representative of the African Union, and you're going to see a really unified stance and diversifying into crypto as a whole, not just because of this hyper-deflationary effect on local fiat currencies, but also providing an edge for just Africa and Africans in general with the natural resources that they have, and also for all the external stimulus that's coming via the indoctrination of DeFi into daily life. So it was a major campaign topic, and now it's no longer a niche, and now it's mainstream for the rest of the world. And 2 more announcements coming next week. You'll hear on strategic Bitcoin funds from 2 other major nations. You'll see that. And now you're seeing 2 major Chinese electric car manufacturers have announced opening new plants in Africa just for data but mostly Bitcoin mining. So you'll see that news. Xipeng and Lishan, 2 of the largest battery manufacturers in the world, already heavily invested in African infrastructure, are opening Bitcoin mining facilities in sub-Saharan Africa. And more news on Sonium. Sonium has finally released a verified date, Q1 2025. Not just a token offering. I can't talk about the other offering they're having, but you're going to see a direct off-ramp payment system for Sonium from 2 major banking partners to support their GameFi efforts. And I'll give you some more news on that. And yeah, there's more to unpack, but I guess that's a little update, Zach, from me to all of us at Crypto Breakfast Club here.
As always, brother, we appreciate it. Thanks so much for the alpha. Big stuff on XRP for sure, man. There are so many good things. I think, in the works for XRP. I don't know if you guys caught this too. There's always so much news and so many things kind of buried into one day in crypto. But Brad Garlinghouse is going to be featured on 60 Minutes coming up on Sunday. Which will be really interesting. And they're talking about crypto regulation, crypto policy, the future of crypto in the United States. It's sparked a lot of rumors around Trump, and who recently talked about that he's hiring a crypto, a crypto expert, or what did he say? A crypto czar that is going to be heading up crypto. So a lot of people speculating that it could be Brad Garlinghouse. Of course, it's just speculation, but it's interesting, nonetheless, who this person could be. We'll see. Could it be Charles Hoskinson? Could it be somebody like Brad Garlinghouse? And what this could do for, the altcoin market in general, if it is somebody in that realm. Larry, I don't know if you had anything on that, but go ahead.
75% Brad Garlinghouse. It won't
really.
Charles will be an advisor for sure from the climate that I'm taking. Thankfully, I'm part of this little movement that we have coming into our next office. So I would tell you that the pulse is on Brad Garlinghouse just based on it, political and public sentiment. So, not everyone likes Charles, although Charles is coming to light. Now he's really stopped being weird and putting his nose to a grindstone. It's not about ego anymore, right? But Brad Garlinghouse's professional, his acumen, and both bipartisan support, I think, for him going in. He's a lot, I guess, the more contemporary choice going in. And then really, it's not just, that's a figurehead position, right? He'll have a SAR, but the council of advisors that are going to be in having the positions in this crypto transition advisory council is going to be made of the who's who, But again, it's up to us. So, Zach, you really brought up a good point, because there are some grifters and charlatans. Again, I just want to make this, I'm not going to be popular for this, because people are going to say, "Oh, you're fucking my bag up." I really don't care though. But Brooks and Books, man, no go. I know people like HBAR and stuff. HBAR is a great protocol, but that's not good for the space, and that's, I'm not saying that a dog can't turn over and learn new tricks, but over and over again. So it's really important that we stay on the pulse, and that, we're active on social media, because that is one thing I love about X is Elon will take a pulse of the climate. He's in tune anyways. He has 4 or 5 crypto initiatives that he supports in passing, or also in hobby, but also the social implications of having the wrong thing. So he really listens. That's what I really like about X and crypto Twitter, is that he really listens, right? And if we couldn't hold those two and the others that we have, there's a few more charlatans. But we need to hold them accountable, and to at least have our opinions heard. And it goes back to what Mataska was talking about, and what you were talking about, Zach. Ego, and we kind of have a crypto royalty, but now it's different though, because the people here are not like on YouTube or TikTok, for example. You have the people that have been here for a couple cycles that have been overexposed, right? And also in that case have more information. It's our job to on the daily provide a good representation for a mass adoption, right? I think I saw some statistics earlier today that we're at 7%. It took us, 10 years to get to 5%. And now within a 6-month election cycle, we're at 7% of adoption now. That is massive. That is truly massive. If you look at the optics for that, that means that's not from popular culture. That's from us at the grassroots level, making DeFi and decentralized finance in the spirit of blockchain, right? Immutability and transparency. This might be one of the last bastions, even though we have so much banking coming in so heavy now. We're going to collect the breadcrumbs, but these breadcrumbs we can at least live on, take care of our responsibilities, take care of our families. And that really goes back to holding accountability and making sure that we leave the right information and that we leave the right, we're as bannermen and flag bearers for what's happening. 7%. And by the end of 2025, it's just going to be like, I foresee the future in North American OPEC nations for crypto adoption to be very similar in the guise of Indonesia, where it was, before it was 40% of their trading was on Forex and for standard stock markets. Fast forward 2 years later, and it's less than 0.5% in Indonesia. And the rest of traders and investors, market speculators, and investors are on DeFi exchanges and decentralized exchanges. That was kind of a microclimate because of not just the hyperdeflationary effects of crypto itself, but also the untying of hands to scale vertically technology. You can just look to AI and you can look at deep pin technology as solutions for day-to-day needs. The improvements like countries like El Salvador and Ethiopia, Turkey, and all of Asia, Cambodia is coming online now and growth vectors there will be superseding Vietnam and Thailand. In India, it's improving lives and providing more opportunity on the ultimate shared platform for self-improvement. Because if we rely on jobs and rely on forecasts, we're not going to have that. 7% in 6 months. We added 2%. So if you don't think that we're going to be on a super lopsided scale as far as, because DeFi is also providing a solution to the legacy data systems for on-ramping and off-ramping fiat and traditional banking. We haven't had a solution that's been, fast enough, transparent enough, but beyond that, provide more time. Like I always said, you can buy any asset back except for time. And the thing about DeFi as a whole is it provides a time warp. It slows time down so that, we have a chance. So let's try to be the best we can be as representatives and hold those accountable that we should. Because we have the ear of an office, we have the ear of the world, and now we have the ear of the public that's not indoctrinated into cryptocurrency. And it's outlets like, Crypto Breakfast Club, it's the word of mouth, it's the talented people that we have here speaking. We have that moral and ethical dilemma to try to provide a good segue. So sorry, Zach, I didn't mean to go off on a rant, but that was a powerful metric. 2% in 6 months from an election cycle for the rest of the fucking world, not just the US. 2% more for the world. No wonder banking is so paying attention. 10 more banks today on XRP. Banks that would not even touch DeFi even a year ago. That's eye-opening.
It really is. To your earlier point, man, you got me thinking now. If it is Brad Garlinghouse, wouldn't that make sense as to why Charles Hoskinson would want to rekindle relationships with XRP? I mean,
well, I wasn't going to say it, but that's what it is. And how about this Charles Hoskins? The biggest thing is one of the biggest things about Charles was his ego, man. Like there were some things that he did were not a good look. During the bear, you can't roll around in a Lambo and live on. Like that was really a community-driven initiative. Like they had money externally from some big organizations. Kate gives me shit about the Yamagata Goo, but it's the truth, right?
I'm a part of Yamahashi Who, just so as a reminder.
No doubt. But we have to give credit where credit's due. So there's a bigger fish drawing Charles Hoskin to the light. So he, like you said, Zach, rekindling relationships, and that is the thing about DeFi now. You can look at this community we have in here. We have Solana maxis, we have BTC maxis, we have ETH maxis. It was so tribalistic in the last cycle, but now everyone is here trying to figure it out together. What can we do to make this sustainable and make sure that we have enough of a presence that we don't get, whited out by big banking? It's just like I equate it to like the Industrial Revolution when modern banking came on. It's not really an issue of banking either. It's the part of remittance, and eventually we're going to be like China in a lot of ways, where we don't rely on paper currency. You're going to be able to do everything on your dab, or your mobile device. That's the direction that we're heading to. And who can provide that worldwide infrastructure? Well, at the base of it is going to be blockchain. And I've always made the argument that, we always look at DeFi and the fiat on-ramp portion that brings us to centralization as like, okay, we need this, take care of our bills and stuff. So we have that link. But now so many places are starting to adopt DeFi on a decentralized or on a DePIN platform where your assets are traded for assets or for a service, etc. That, crypto itself is just a vehicle for the data. The meta is the most important part. I know I say this till my face is blue, but I think if you can look at that metric when you're applying, and I'm not giving any financial advice towards your strategies for investment, I think you will make more money. I can almost guarantee that. And that's again an educated analysis, right? That's not any financial advice. But if you look and think in those terms, your ability to more emotionally distance yourself more from the physical aspect of, okay, I have a dollar amount attached to this bank, I think that it will change your mind. And I think that's why I love mining so much. That's why I've been mining for so long, is because I don't have to trade. And based on like gold, it's a commodity and it's based on scarcity and its availability, right? So like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bell's token, Caspa. I think that there's a reason why POWs are coming forward, because there needs to be more road. So I look at the POWs as providing foundational road for the growth of all of these protocols, the SUIs, XRP, etc., Doge. And we look at these like, 10, 20% corrections. They're pretty big, but now we're at such a ceiling. You have to think, Bitcoin will probably never go below 70,000 based on the external pressure of all of the financial products that are leveraged on Bitcoin as it's leveraging Maxi, right? So that, we look at it like boo-hoo, but I remember not too far ago that, Bitcoin was 30 or 40 grand, and people were like, oh, that's great, and, and even like on the XRP, I've been to XRP Maxi for quite some time, even with, the delineation or the bifurcation of Ripple and XRP during this political climate. But man, XRP is over $1.50 now. That's it hasn't been at half for a long time. It's down today. A lot of assets are down, but zoom out of the price and look at what the actual, because you guys are talking about utility. Look at the actual utility, the vehicle that the token asset's actually providing for Meta, or what's it doing in providing implementation or further expansion of technologies, right? Look at the Grayscale. 60% of its in VC is invested into AI and DePIN in DeFi because the liquidity is flexible. The amount of external liquidity to hands is 100 times better than on the open market, and hands are untied for the vertical scaling of technology. I'll end with that. Sorry, I took more time, but I just wanted to get all that out. So,
hey, Larry, you left out something, and I wanted to comment quickly. And Pete, let me just say this: for anybody that wants to understand the Ripple situation, I don't know if you have any take on it, because I know the time is out. But we could talk about this another day. I don't know if you're familiar with the Fruition production documentary. It's called XRP Unleashed. For some reason, Brad declined to be interviewed for it. Most of the XRP management team did not participate, except for David Schwartz, who's the CTO. But it takes you through the journey of XRP from the inception to all the regulatory stuff. But there's also something about Ethereum I just don't like you mentioned Cal's ego, and I think everybody has blood in their hands, right? And it's rightfully so, because in the beginning of this industry, it was ignored, and honestly, TradFi would have wished that this thing would have died, and just disappeared.
Absolutely.
So they didn't have to have the nightmare of having to deal with it and now having to convince whatever. So to your point, there's just a lot of dead bodies in everybody's closet, and I think when we start revealing stuff, then it's like, well, what are we doing? Like, the market is booming, let's just keep going, distracting us. And I think it's important to have it there. Before anybody wants to watch it, you can go look at it. I think it's on they actually kind of didn't want them to go through the mainstream distribution channel, so you can only see it in Apple TV and Amazon and all that. I don't know if you have any comment on that, but
yeah. Do you want to know why the rest of the team didn't want to comment? Then this is the absolute reason. Most of them had non-disclosures or non-NDAs with most of those major banking conglomerates they're working with to get this deal done. Also, people, there has to be a very clear distinction made between XRP and Ripple itself. So you have the tokenized asset, and you have the community that supports XRP at large and the token, but then Ripple itself as a financial technology project with its or product with its political agenda. I was very disappointed by that this election cycle, right? But then it all came out in the wash, because then they're like, okay, the SEC is definitely going to change, and now there's consensus in all three bodies of the government. This was huge. It was not without setbacks, but XRP as a whole, most of their leadership, like you had talked to, and I knew exactly where you're heading to, so I'm happy that you asked that, is most of them, like, people forget the magnitude of what XRP has done. And I say this all the time, and I announced this here on Zach's show. No one knew, I said it earlier, that Union Pay was going to come on board with SWIFT, right? They are sworn enemies. There's no allegiance or no loyalties between those two. You have the West and the East, basically, and now they're coming together. Why? Because XRP is providing the foundation for, more than a Band-Aid legacy data transfer and a remittance acquisition system, right? And a remittance provider. So, yeah, that documentary is amazing. I think, everyone should watch that before it's even less available, because you've seen many of these documentaries disappear by the wayside, and it's only people like us that may store some of them on the hard drive. Like, people will say foil hat, but you can't deny the forensic proof, right? On documentaries like Zeitgeist one, for example, the first Zeitgeist, or Matasco. Why don't you go ahead and shout out the financial documentary that you used to be able to find readily on YouTube that you suggest everyone go check out? What's the name of that documentary again?
Planet Finance.
Planet Finance used to be very easy to find, but as time passes on, it's just like Matasco said, it's not just the agenda itself or the movement of DeFi, it's also the information and the legacy. Because, no matter how much AI we have and how much innovation we have to look to the past to find the solutions or the pathway forward, right? We can, it's really this old saying, and I'm a slightly rounded square, so I'll say it, it's the same old soup reheated, right? You can have a pulse on what's happening in the future by, taking an obligatory look at the past. And a big part of that is making sure that you have the right information and data. And Mutasco has a plethora of the right meta for you to look at. I'm not shilling Mutasco that way. It's just that he does have it, and he's always contributing. I might have a few anecdotes, but thanks for asking me about that, Matasco. And Zach, that was fascinating that you brought up Brad Garlinghouse, because it opened up the segue for the explanation on, what Matasco just asked, and the direction that we're going right now in general. Can of worms, man.
Exactly, brother. No, it's good stuff. Yeah, I want to keep it going a little bit longer, guys. We're a little over time, but you know what? I don't think we're going to have one on Thanksgiving. So, you know, maybe a little extra today and a little extra sauce tomorrow. By the way, speaking of tomorrow, we got a great one lined up, another XRP mega space. So tomorrow might be a great opportunity to really dive deep into XRP. We're going to take a look at what's going on with XRP meme coins. Of course, we'll be joined by a lot of the communities there, but also take it more macro with Garlinghouse going on 60 Minutes on Sunday. Another big company, it's escaping me right now, they filed for an XRP ETF yesterday. Who was that? Was it Wintermute? Or no, I can't remember. But I think that's the third or fourth now ETF filed for XRP. Ripple IPO rumors starting to heat back up. So tomorrow's going to be all about XRP and what's going on with that ecosystem. Man, that's going to be a lot of fun.
That IPO is coming, Zach, because Gensler and the enforcement body that left with him is not going to be able to impede double jeopardy based on their. That's why there was a clear distinction between the XRP token and Ripple Financial Technology. That IPO is coming, and it's just like Sonium, you know. Sony, if you buy Sony, Sonium is going to boost Sony, and Sony is going to boost Sonium, you know, or Sonium is going to boost the price. This is the first time that we will be able to have bifurcated token and traditional financial assets enhancing one another. You can arbitrage on the same assets basically, but with just one on a mainstream, financial markets and the other from in crypto and DeFi, right? So,
and they also got that news with the first tokenized fund. Partnered up with Arcax. That was some more news that we got earlier this week.
Bro, it's going crazy, man. That you see these little 3 and 5%, reductions in price action. It's just a big shakeout. The banks and the financial institutions and the large, home offices are not going to be continuing to put so much time and effort into clearing all of these financial products to fail. But what they are doing is buying as much as they can on these, I truly believe that these are pre-programmed dips in the chart actions to allow them to have better position. And they find different ways to do that. For example, just in low intensity conflicts, geopolitical conditions always affect token price based on speculation, right? And it's hard to zoom out of that stuff, but if you just look at what's happening every day, look at it. Usually there would not be this much building with the loom of a nuclear threat, or a World War III, as they would say. But to what Matasco said, we have this condition well in our hand. It just recently came out that that the Russian government had phoned the U.S. Defense Department and the president himself that they're going to launch these missiles in these areas early. So obviously they do care about not accelerating or escalating the war, right? And that's why everyone continues to build. But it's us, the mass. They're relying on retail to shake out so they have a better position. This is not financial advice again, but just don't shake out. Hard hands always right. CZ made an announcement today talking about we can do better than memes, and memes are important. They're a big part of the culture, but we can do better than memes to stay in play. What does he mean? And he said that in Chinese is that basically you got to go back from where you started. And he's always talking about, he's always made there's a very important modern Chinese proverb that he made talking about that if the only way you get rich is if you hold. I can't remember the exact Chinese, the nomenclature used in the characters, but you really can't get shaken out by 5 or 10% drops. Is it depressing to look at in your wallet? Yeah, absolutely. But it's the time now. Yeah, look at this. He put in the Jumbotron from XT Algo. Standard Charter, 125,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. And Zach, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to hold it to you. Who mentions Standard Charter news here with HSBC? That's 2 months ago, bro. Not just China, but bro, you get so much alpha here from all the people here. And if you can't see the writing on the wall, I don't know what to tell you. I haven't been this energetic in a while. So you and Paid and Matasco, Michael, Mar, you know, your core excite me, bro. It's the energy, man. It's almost 1 a.m. my time, bro. And we're pushing it.
Do you see the comment on XRP? And this is stuff that I've followed for over 2 years now. So when I'm going back into this, it's because I paid attention to it. Specific to the IPO thing, I've had this conversation privately with some people. And they had before you go public, you have to do like 2 road shows. You have private road show and you have public road show. And the private road show and public road show, it just involves engaging with, because when you're going public, you have to get underwriters, you have to get a bank that would do all the stuff, the administrative work. And Ripple, this is even when the case was not even set in. And these were not confirmed news, but it was more like leaked information that Brad and his team were going through some private road shows. And because they were going through some private road shows, it was clear that at some point they were going to go public. And then the hostility got really high. And he started making public statements about, if they're not going to go public, they're probably going to operate in other jurisdictions. So if this whole thing hadn't shifted, there was a chance that these guys were going to probably start entering certain markets. And if you look at what Ripple has done in the past 5 years, there is a company in Africa today that has like 500 million mobile wallet users. Okay, they have API integrations with PayPal through Zoom. PayPal has a DeFi wallet called Zoom. I use it. And the name of the company was MFS Africa, but it changed to, On Afric. If you go on their website, you kind of see the numbers for themselves. You don't need me to tell you that. But Ripple and Brad were very sharp and quick to have sealed that strategic partnership with that company. Why that is important, and a lot of people don't even talk about these things, but for me, part of my research and my portfolio is going to extract information that people are not looking at. And that's how I build my portfolio. I just shut up, I keep to myself what I own, but my conviction is built on what I see and understand, right? Just to give you an idea, in the African continent, there's 2 large telecommunication companies, right? One operating dominance in West Africa and the other one in the East. If you talk about, I think it's Vodafone, you have MTN Global. Its headquarters is in South Africa. But they have the MTN mobile money operation, right? These guys combined with M-Pesa. M-Pesa is operated under Safaricom. And both of them together, they're over 100 million users. And these are active mobile-to-mobile users of sending money to a merchant, to a small barber shop, to a trader, to... you can list it. It's not about your guy on Twitter trying to pump and dump on somebody. This is real world utility. And this is what baffles me with the people that are so stuck with this idea. And this is all centered on hate. I don't know. Hate is not a good business plan, by the way. If you just hate somebody for some small thing, it's not going to win you anything. And I think sometimes it saddens me when people are so narrow-minded on this idea of what Ripple could become. And they leave out the details. So to your point, Larry, I have no doubt, and I've never, and so people that know me, that have had private conversations with me, I put this message out there 2 years ago, that they were going to go public at some point, and I modeled their business model as in Coinbase, right? And I'm saying this because XRP Ledger has a native asset. Today, Coinbase, we don't know yet if they're going to have a token, but the token is significant because you need governance. If you look at Ripple, the Ripple ledger, there's governance operating within XRP. Just like everybody that knows the governance infrastructure within Cardano, they vote on proposals. They've been doing this for years. Ask anybody that knows the XRP legend, they'll tell you that. So the missing piece for me when you're comparing Ripple as a company and you're comparing XRP and the XRP token as a native asset is to think about all the nuances that could spark a bull run for just that ecosystem alone. Because they've been doing this for a long time. Even if Base adopts some governance and introduces a Base token, they have to. There's no question about that. If they don't, then there's competition. The market is going to choose. And if the market chooses, you're going to have outflows from your ecosystem to the other. So to me, and back to your point, Larry, about public, it's just a matter of when, right? It's going to happen. And when it happens, the valuation of Ripple is going to be, again, guys, go look up On Afrique. Okay, look up MFS Africa. It will take you to that On Afrique website. Look at the number of mobile users. These guys are in 40 countries out of the 54 countries in Africa. And I've heard people say, well, why would anybody not use stable coin versus USDT or USDC? Remember, USDT became successful in Argentina and Brazil because in Brazil in particular, they had to establish a strategic partnership with SmartPay. And that strategic partnership flew into Tech Bank. For anybody in Brazil, you know this very well. If you fly into Brazil right now, you walk around, you're going to see Tech Bank ATMs all over Brazil. Okay? They're the dominant ATM provider. And what Tether did was they established a partnership with them. And guess what? Even the Brazilian tax agency is reporting billions and billions of dollars being transacted, not by people on Twitter, it's by real people in Brazil. You can walk into a place and buy USDT to just protect your Brazilian currency. This is real world utility, life-changing utility. Now, the competition between USDT's dominance in Latin America compared to whether Ripple will have a market, you don't need to look anywhere. Look at their partnerships. You need workable infrastructure to operate in jurisdictions, and that's it.
And I think you brought up a good point, Matasco, and I think the bigger picture is that USDT, Tether itself, and XRP, at this point, they can just transmute each other. What I mean by that is most of the markets will have more gravitas by providing you the choice or the cooperation of the two currencies than them commuting or competing against one another. That's a really telling thing about this market is DeFi has really brought not just, financial technology together, but also political agendas. And, who would ever think that the cryptocurrency would be legal tender? That's another thing is that the buying power and the recognition by jurisdictions and governments of crypto assets or digital assets alone is already telling. It's the roadmap to, it's the closest thing to consensus in the world for assets. And, you really have to see how this is going to hedge native fiat currencies in the future, and I think a good example to that is, and it's not just because I'm in China, it's because if you look at how things are transacted from mobile devices, either via WeChat or Alipay, there's more transactions done on Alipay and WeChat than any bank card from UnionPay or Swift or Visa, MasterCard, or any other payment systems. Instant peer-to-peer remittance is the future, and what Tasco was talking about, why would XRP go to Africa and partner up? The largest burgeoning market that relies on remittance because there's more safety in the digital assets or accessibility to funds. One of the biggest problems in other world, banking is a first world privilege, and we always talk about DeFi as providing and the interface and asset to bank the unbankable. Digital assets provide the ability for people to even transact. You can go to if you went to Venezuela, how many bolivars would you have to carry to buy a loaf of bread? They wouldn't even take it. sometimes, like for example, in Vietnam or Cambodia, they won't even take the native currency on certain exchanges. You know, if you're trying to exchange fiat for fiat. But like when I was in Turkey, when I first went there, I always say this: they took the dollar, and then there was the euro, and then now in every corner there's an OTC desk for USDT and BTC, or even Ethereum. At every corner, I could shop with my USDT. That was telling, you know, and that's just and that's a first world economy, right? But if we make the centric comparisons from like Nigeria's of the world, or for example, you know, even like Cambodia now, that can, you know, the advent of mobile devices. If you look at it, one of the biggest of that 2% added, that's a large portion of the 2% is people that are on their mobile devices that have access now via just being on the internet, right? And that is why, you know, banking and centralized finance is so busy and so at a breakneck speed coming in, because they don't want to lose dominance or the ability. They said they've already decided, okay, we can't have everything now based on our egos, but at least we can get in early enough now to try to have some semblance of presence, right? But that's good for us in some ways too, because it's not going to go away at this point. When you have, like, you know, Michael Saylor's talking to, you know, Microsoft about Bitcoin investments, that's like in the Jumbotron, that's a reality check. But we're part of making 2% happen in 6 months. We're at 7% now. And we're not even talking about gaming and all the other meta that's going to bring in that other 30%, you know. But it's just exciting times that we live in now. And wow, that was a loaded can. I mean, really, Matasco. Mar, I see your hand up. I don't mean to take away from Stack or Pate, but he's had his hand up for a while.
Yeah, that's like saying, I didn't mean to shoot you, but I shot you. You're right on time, man. I was praying. For the first time ever, I was praying, man, can you just shut up? I need to say something real quick. No, man, I got to get going. I right before 12. I love you, Larry, man. My Mutasco, I got to get going because I have 2 AMAs. I got to listen to an AMA on Telegram from all the fucking chaos, the circus that's going on with Max Chin, which you need to help me, Larry, with these guys, man. I'm asking for help so my bags could pump straight out. I don't, you know, no hiding, no whatever. And second, I got an AMA because there's an announcement for R-Trade. I don't know if you noticed, Zach, but R-Trade's been fucking pumping, dude. That thing is already at 3.2 cents right now. So they have an AMA too, and I'm fucking going to go and put some FUD in them because they haven't done certain changes, which is dumb. But yeah, man.
Mark, I haven't heard from Nyan, man. I've been
man. Dude,
crickets, bro.
Yeah, he was supposed to drop something for us to have an opinion before the AMA. He dropped it 3 minutes ago, and that shit's like a fucking... I've never read so much in my life. I'm like, really, Nyan? You're going to do this 7 minutes before the AMA? But yeah, things are looking out. On the side of the business, yeah, the platform is getting built. It's almost done. Those fucking people have worked fast on that side, you know? But the crypto side, they're all over the place, man. They're all over the place. And
Mark, check out Ape-Chain. Check out Ape-Chain, Mark.
Yeah, Ape-Chain. Yeah. You know, I did my trade with Altcoin before. We all know about that story, right, Larry?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man. Right
Wire,
now,
man.
Yeah.
Good thing you brought that up, Michael. Mark.
Yeah, when the hell Wire? What the fuck is going on with Wire, man? That was supposed to be released in the fall. We're in winter already, and I have a project that's depending on Wire, and they haven't released it yet because they're gonna work completely on Wire Chain, which is that Mandox, you know.
I think some of that has to do with the release of Sonium Chain Q1 2025. I think they want to. You know, it's not about now who's going to take the thunder, but it's the exposure of one big chain bringing exposure to the other chain, you know? So Sonium did say that they're going to make token assets available Q1 2025, and I think that's a protected wire chain strategy on implementation and launch. So they're competitors, so for sure.
Where's the Caspa AMA?
Listen, Kaspa is a professional coin. They don't need AMAs, man. Just they don't need none of that shit, you know. But
they're so professional, Mar. Where's their fucking swap at, bro?
Don't start. Don't fucking start.
You see how he had to fucking pause?
I want to tell you guys.
He had to fucking system restart, bro. He said that. You don't start.
You guys,
nothing. That shit's.
Listen, you guys think that I could come out that you know the other day I said and I posted it that I got attacked by a duck. You think I could come up with some crazy shit like that? I was attacked by a duck. Seriously, I was walking.
That wasn't a fake picture.
No, that's a fake. That's a fake picture.
That's AI, yeah.
Of course, that's an AI picture, by the way. But I was walking in Tropical Park where I go touch grass Mondays and Tuesdays, and this lady was getting attacked by a dog. And then I'm like, what the hell? And then the dogs came after me. You know, I'm like, what the hell?
They were after your bags.
They were after my
bags, Mar. That's it, man.
But yeah, man, we got
Mar, you're having problems, Mar. You're falling out of cars multiple times. You're getting attacked by ducks. You're having problems with Caspa and all these other situations. Just get to the bag, Mar. Just get to the bag. You know?
Yo, that's the funniest.
That's because his pockets are too heavy, man. Mar's pockets are too heavy, bro.
Whatever the fuck
It made him drop out of his fucking car.
Hey, did you go to the website of Terry, the whatever it's called, the fucking meme coin? Dude, that character is fucking awesome, dog.
Wait, cool. Who?
Terry the fuck, I forgot what it's called.
Oh, Terry Toto?
No, Terry the
turtle.
It's a turtle. It's a turtle.
No, I
Terry the it's pretty cool, dude. Pretty cool. Again, we don't know what the fuck, but I got in. I got my money out already. I left a little moon back there, but you know, yeah, man. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get into archery now. They do like AMAs like once a year, so you got to listen to these guys, man. The most fucking boring AMA ever. Like those French guys, bro. When they speak, it's like 5 minutes. You never heard French people? The worst, bro. To pump you about. The worst ever. You know what I'm talking about, Pete? Have you ever listened to a French guy?
Being like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about?
Larry, have you ever listened to a French guy speak on a fucking AMA, bro?
Bro, I was in France for 2 weeks. I've been in France multiple times.
There is a certain NFT project where their whole core team is French, and bro, I just left that shit on mute and started doing other stuff. I got my run in. I started lifting. It's still going on. And I heated up a burrito. It takes 20 minutes to explain one fucking detail.
Yeah, dude. They're really good people, man. They French projects are pretty good. They take their time. They listen to the community. You know, sometimes you think they're not, but they do, man. But bro, when they speak, you just want to sell your bag, bro.
They're not missing their smoke breaks, bro. They're not missing their smoke breaks. They take extra long fucking lunch breaks. When I was in the service, man, and I mean, who gets a wine ration or an alcohol ration in their MREs, right? That just should tell you right there, you know, that they're going to be living all right, that they're not prioritizing putting in that work, you know, until they're ready to. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the culture. You go to France, like you're not, I mean, I don't want to say this, but you're not going there for service or a friendly exchange. You're going there to, well, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I love French people. It's all good.
People are cool. Some of them are fucking snobby for sure. But, you know, the easiest way to, you know, get with a beautiful French girl is just have a light on you. Because there's going to be a girl or two that's going to come up and say, do you have a fucking light? And all of a sudden, you got the light, boom, you're having that conversation, baby. Come on, Michael, you know what I'm talking about, baby.
She might have more hair on her armpits than you paid, but hey, go for it, bro.
Go ahead, man. I'm not down. I'm not down.
Man, I will say this.
Zach, hold on. Everyone shut up. Hold on. Everyone shut the fuck up. Zach, you probably have more hair under Arkansas.
Don't talk over me,
Don't
Paige.
talk shit about the French women.
Don't talk. Hey, don't talk over me. Last time. No.
Yeah, fucking right.
I'm gonna agree with you though, Paige. I'm gonna agree with you real quick. But the deodorant situation, bro. Like, I believe they wash. I believe they comb their fucking hair. And I'm not trying to talk shit though. Like, you talk about third world countries, right? And you go around and if you know you smell like that just because everyone else smells like it doesn't mean that you shouldn't use deodorant. And I don't want to talk yourself.
If you can smell
Well,
yourself, it's bad.
Well, listen, you know what it is though? It's different areas and economic classes, and I mean that's for the whole world, right?
Bro,
if you go to those, Larry, listen. If you go to those high end areas, bro, I'm telling you, everyone smells good because they they have to. They make all this crazy money, and that's where all the perfumers are. So like all the top perfumers that get exported to America are a lot of them are right.
And we're the only. Bro, we're the only suckers buying it because when I was in France, I was around the Louvre, I was around the main CBDC, the Central Business District, where it costs, $5 for a bottle of water that's like 8 ounces, right? And they smell like onions, garlic, and the gym, bro. I'm being 100%. During the summertime, I was on public transportation, bro. And then even in my Uber, bro, I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I'm not talking shit, bro, but I'm just saying though, like, up a fun, and that's not the only country in the world. I'm just giving my opinion, but like, I think a lot of us would put in to make sure that some hygiene products are distributed for the sake of mankind. We can do better, right?
And we'll end it there, man.
I was there for 2 weeks. and that is not my experience. Just so you know, that's the one place where they got deodorant cheaper than Las Vegas because Vegas deodorant is crazy, and Michael knows the story.
I think we've put a bow on the Breakfast Club today.
What? Keep it going.
Talking
Now
about-
we're getting into the real stuff.
Shit. All right. If y'all want to keep it going, I got to make some videos because I got 3 ideas and I'm going to lose them if we keep talking about deodorant and armpits.
Zach, are you going to make the Brad Garlinghouse video, bro?
Yes, bro. That was my idea.
Thought.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You got to, man.
Yeah, I'm going to get that one out there ASAP. So, hey guys, we'll be back tomorrow though. We're gonna dive into XRP. Dive into Ripple. We're going to be joined by hopefully a ton of XRP maxis, a lot of people that are bullish. Our last one, man, was epic. We had ton of people come in here. So I know our guy, Dr. Crypto's been spreading the word for us. So tomorrow should be epic. Yeah. What's up, Mo?
Remember when we were in Singapore and we all were on Connor's video like, yeah, Ripple's gonna hit it, it's gonna go crazy. Yeah, we didn't see the whole bull run starting like this, but bro, we were right.
You're right, man. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And everybody thought we were crazy then, for sure, bro.
All the comments, you guys are idiots, it's not gonna happen. Who's laughing now, suckers? Who's laughing now?
Man. 100%. Yeah, I do remember making that video, walking around Singapore. Yeah, man. It's good
Yo,
time.
and Zach, tomorrow, don't forget also, Paul Chain is our sponsor as well, so we will have them in the building also.
Hell yeah. Paul Chain will be in here. Yeah, shout out to Arcus. We had Arcus in here yesterday. They're going to be coming back.
Sure.
Yeah, man. They got some bullish shit. I know Larry knows all about it. I know a little bit behind the scenes that I can't necessarily share, but it's going to be shared right here.
Sonium incubator. And has a full backing of the founder of Sonium and the 2 other. Sonium is more than just one chain. I'm going to unpack some more with Arcus when they come on the next time, but Sonium is more than just one chain, And shout out Mo too. Get ahead of the curve because paying taxes on crypto is going to be a real thing. It's going to be at a lower percentage, so use his tax service. Real talk.
100%, man. Yeah, and I want to do a deep dive onto Sonium one of these days too, Larry, and just really, really unpack it because we've learned a lot. I think a lot of us from you just talking about it and hearing about it. But man, I'd love to get a deep dive. Maybe even get some people from there.
I'll bring someone. Yeah, I'm going to bring someone up. I guess it's going to be compared to Wired Chain, it might be one of the other biggest and I think it's going to expand, especially in gaming and popular culture. It's going to be one of the main chains that's really going to bring in more massive adaptation to the market, you know. And I think that's key in a positive light, in an easily accessible light, you know. And what I like about their strategy is that they have one chain for one thing, and they have chain for finance. It's more than just we'll unpack it. We'll unpack it, man. It's going to be one for business, you know, and finance, one for entertainment, one for gaming. So, you know, it's and I'll bring a couple people up for sure, man. We're gonna make it happen, man, for sure. So.
Hell yeah, dude. Sounds good. All right, guys. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow on the space, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Do not miss it. I'll be live a little bit before then tomorrow too, leading up to the show. But yeah, man, I got three videos I got to make. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, check out my YouTube channel. I'll probably post at least a couple of them on X as well too. So hop into the Crypto Breakfast Club Telegram if you guys haven't jumped in there yet. Conversation keeps rolling. You can follow everybody up here. Definitely do that. Follow Paid, Larry, Crypto Moses, Mutasco, Michael. Check out Michael's space later today, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And much love, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.